Whilst I
Like
await... Yep.
two bean cans attached to a string. The other end is itchy, and it's just relaying whatever is going on.
Just the who character. Like, guys, I seem to know what's going on with this person, and I don't know why. But we'll see what comes of it, as it is just us right now. So, it's well, it is what it is, and what it is last time was God, a whole lot of smallish combats around this ziggurat as you went room to room to room, finding coffins, one with a cartographer and stars, one with a literal jack-in-the-box jester, one with a priest being eaten alive. D&D Beyond is what I meant to open up once more and have forgotten to open up. Went down a little corridor where a ghost was like, don't do that, and you were like, we'll do what we want. Pardon me. Pre-order the 2024, no thanks. You then found a trapped hallway. That's all I'm going to say to that. Some of you went a little further on, past another door, and where's this damn adventure? There it is. From there, that's not the adventure. God damn. There we go. So we just went down a little more, round a corner, found another coffin. I know, right? Who would have imagined there'd be so many coffins in this pyramid? Filled with rats. Destroyed the rats. Went up a little corridor. Found another coffin. That coffin was empty but regal. Went into another room because, God, you guys just love opening doors, don't you? And proceeded to see as... Meg, I swear to God, this happened. These little guys came out. Well, it's a great artwork of the shadows, honestly. That guy looks fucking petrified. Meanwhile, up in the trapped corridor, Ikareth decided that he was going to go ahead and just start moving a shit ton of rocks himself. A week later, and I'm still struggling to see the wisdom in that, but you do you, I suppose. In that time, a few super cool looking blokes came in, and Ikareth said, "Oh yeah, my friends, they're away looking for some stuff." And they said to him, "Really? Because you look like you've been abandoned here." And Ikareth was like, No, they'll come back." And it's like, will they though? They're pretty much dead at this point. There's a crazy, scary looking creature down there. Like, you've been left here, all on your lonesome. And Ikareth was like, No, I have not been left on my own. And they were like, you've been abandoned by your god and your people. Come with us, we'll embrace you and we will take you into our loving arms and we will teach you everything we know. And instead, Ikareth was like, nah, I'm gonna just open this door. And when Ikareth opened the secret tunnel door, scroll down, I'm yelling timber, he was greeted to this particular image. And so, as it was in the beginning, was now, and forever shall be, this game, rolling initiative, please and thank you.
So, Scottish, is this artwork part of the original, was it added in?
The original AD&D module?
Yeah, I'm assuming it wasn't coloured for that. I wondered if the drawing itself was.
I believe this was added in afterwards as it comes to a 2014, sorry. Like a little, oh, we've expanded this adventure a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Also keep in mind that you rolled an 18 on perception.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Forgot to roll these guys into initiative as well. That way everybody gets a turn. Don't you know I just love starting games off with initiative, guys?
I love it.
Hell yeah.
It's fantastic. Speaking of fantastic,
Is Zig in the combat?
Ruby has access to Zig, but I'll roll Zig.
Cool.
There we go.
Hell yeah. We love Zig.
Zig loves things as well. But as you entered into this room, this little workshop, the shadows collected, and as they did... Yes?
I think you forgot to roll the shadow with disadvantage.
Why?
Initiative.
I don't...
Because it says he's surprised.
I think the surprise spot is just his name, right?
Shut up. So these walk in, the shadows collate and come up. And as they do, this one here, his name is Jeff. He will flutter on over towards the first person that walked into the room, the Clive, and he will make his little attack against Clive. Clive, 21 to hit?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, a sec.
Do I have to roll 1d4 or something?
I'm gonna take note of all your stuff right now. So,
I do have a question.
what's that?
Last time I wasn't here, did Brutus use my Celestial Revelation?
No.
Did he?
No.
No.
None of us have used that.
Then I should. I'll be raining.
So, Gark, 5 necrotic damage to begin with.
Hell yeah. Oh,
That's halved, by the way.
Is that already halved, or should I halve that?
No, that was just the full damage as it was. I didn't know about the halving part. So give yourself give yourself 5 back and then half it. And you lose a... I'll let you touch it up as well, but I've notated down your exact strength modifier. Oh. 4.
Did you get a 4?
You lose 4,
Yeah,
4 points of strength.
Alright.
Aziri! What just comes in and starts to drain away at Clive.
Does this look like a human?
It resembles a human in some facets, though that's about it.
Right. Well, if it lets me, I'd like to move through Clive and next to the shadow.
Yeah, you should just be able to move yourself again to whichever side you are looking to.
It is freezing currently.
To the left of Clive, or to the west of the north?
North.
There you go, buddy.
And then I'd like to do 2 hand axe attacks. 1 normal, 1 bonus action.
Okay, you need me to roll that for you?
Please, at the moment, yeah, I'm still
Yep.
frozen up.
Cool. Not self-roll. So, 2 hand axes. 1 and 1. I'm hoping those numbers can be seen by everybody. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
A 18 and a 19 for... Your second attack doesn't have modifier, correct?
No, yeah, it doesn't.
So, total of 6 slashing damage to this creature. You just hawk your 2 hand axes at it. Did anything else your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Yep.
Thank you. Looks like I've got back now. When I finished.
The nervous mage kind of stands there tentatively, quite unsure what's going on. The drunk shadow will throw a bottle of Stella across the room and blame you for burning the water again. Well,
Not my fault, Mom. There's no warning on it.
we'll look at Aziri, and to be safe, I'm going to note down your numbers as well, Tom. You have It's going to go ahead and make a swipe upon you. A 14 misses. Ruby, it's Horrell's turn.
We see into it. We see one shadow. He's gonna take a step forward and gonna be like, trauma. And gonna pew pew.
A 16 for 4 as it just BAM! Hits, and it does some damage. Art thou doing anything else with thy turn?
Take a step back. Yes.
Then we move over to your actual turn. I know, right?
Oh, and then she's gonna go, oh yeah, yeehaw brother, pew pew. High noon.
Fire that off, and you watch as the fire comes into the creature, and as it does, it seems to almost darken and vanish. It doesn't seem to be as effective as you thought it would.
Yeehaw brother, these shadows are fire resistant, and that's my turn.
Opens up its jacket, you see a little sign that says asbestos.
I suppose that Clive will just kind of emanate, I suppose, a radiant version of the Blight, and do this bit.
Bonus action, Celestial Revelation.
Yes, the inner radiance one, where everyone takes 2 radiant damage.
Okay.
Yeehaw.
You are...
At the end of my turns, yeah. I guess it just kind of fires up like a little engine, and he will try and make an attack against the one to the right of him, if he so can.
Yeah.
Where's the weapon? Here we go. No, that hits.
Disadvantage
Why is it-
because... Your strength! Your strength modifier, and it's a 2-handed weapon. So now...
I forgot that.
Yeah, no, I just had remembered that one there, so you know. You
Alright, yeah.
swing and a miss. Do anything else your turn?
He'll... You can squeeze past allies, right?
Yeah, you can walk past allies.
Yeah, he'll squeeze past Aziri and make some room for the others to not get hurt by the constant emission of blight that he has right now.
Cool.
And that's
So the shadows take 2 damage of that. Well, they would be taking 2, right?
Everyone
take
within
equal
10
to
feet.
proficiency.
Yeah, so your proficiency
Yeah, I
is
take-
2. So
I take
yeah,
one.
so-
Everyone within range takes damage. Also allies.
Yep, and Tom,
I take 1.
you take 1. Hilarious, as the shadows are vulnerable, and Tom is resistant.
And noticing, I'm assuming he notices that the shadows are particularly vulnerable to it. Yeah?
They seem to recoil to the damage a bit, yeah.
He'll, if possible, try and sign weak to radiant, weak to the thunder. If it's possible to do that with one hand.
This one here, holding on to Icareth, it pleads with you to the eyes, the water going down its eyes, that you'll die. Please, come with us. We will save your soul. Zeg,
God,
what's
it's
Zeg doing?
It's a suburban mom. Ziggy's gonna go here. She's a glow stick standing in the door. What he thought was a human. And he's gonna be like, well, I'll be fine. And he's gonna step through here. And back tactics the sim ghost.
A 18 for 5 will hit.
Oh me, oh my! Why did there's a glow stick here? And that's his turn.
What the fuck?
Brutus's turn there, Gark.
I don't know what Brutus's voice is, so I'll do another silent protagonist. But he'll walk in there, collides with the wall. He'll walk in there, grab his little stick, his little pokey wokey, and pokey
His little
wokey.
what now?
The thing in front of
Pokey
him.
Wokey, were you not listening?
No, I'm never paying attention. You should know this by now.
She gives it a little stab. An 18 definitely hurts Clive for 3, JK. You stab the shadow on the way in. Do anything else your turn?
Well, Brutus is probably a little pussy, so he'd see that Clive is currently on a maskpade, so he'll exit the radius.
And in doing so, we'll take a
I
little...
forgot about opportunity attacks.
It's okay. A 7 for 8 will miss. Icarus!
Giddy.
As the doors opened, and you saw that creature there.
The door should still be open, right?
Yeah, I just hadn't opened it last time.
And where do I see the creature in this hallway?
I'm just gonna say by the 2 arrows to be safe.
So around here?
Yeah.
And with an 18 in perception, with the 18 perception check, do I notice that it is an illusion, or do I not?
I'll say with the perception check, you notice that for a creature being there, it's quite quiet. You specifically would need to use an investigation check.
So there's something fishy about it, but that's all I see.
Yeah, you're not hearing anything else, and again, the image that I sent you is the image that you see, the creature and the pool, if you will.
So this whole hallway is a pool in my vision, or...
No, just, say...
There's like a part of the floor missing.
Yeah, like, that-ish.
Uh-huh. So the stairs on the picture are not there.
No, it looks more like a big... Just the whole crevasse pit in the creature, no stairs.
Okay. And is it lower than the hallway itself? This creature?
I'd say it looks... the drop into the liquid looks about 3 foot.
And how far does this creature stick out of the water?
About 10 foot.
And how tall is the ceiling?
12 foot, I believe the module specifically stated. So he's floor to ceiling there, but
Yeah, if it's 3 foot down, he sticks 10 foot out of the water, then and the ceiling is 12 foot, and that means that there's only 5 foot in between.
there's the floor. There's
Yeah.
3 foot down. There's 3 foot down into water, and then from floor to ceiling is 12 foot, and him in the water is below floor to ceiling. He's basement to ceiling. If you think about it in levels.
Okay. I really wish I was a rogue right now.
No, a sec.
I'm really tempted to just fly over, but I think Ifrit would want to use the disengage action while flying over, but then I can't actually fly further.
Give me a little sec. I'm gonna do something that's gonna help you understand the way it looks. I thought I'd imported this. I have not, so one little second. Whilst I... Sweet. Hope this helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just wondering.
For everybody else, this is what Vox is seeing. Token that looks kind of like that.
Smash.
Hell yeah, brother.
You would. I'm just not sure whether Ichvireth would take the risk to try to fly over and.
Well, bear in
potentially-
mind, you're charmed, and the guy who has been talking to you the entire time is telling you that you will die if you go that way. You have no reason to disbelieve anything he is saying.
Yes,
So,
but is death worse than not helping my companions?
he said they're
That's
already.
the part I'm
He's
not sure
saying
of.
he's saying they're already dead and giving you this. You know that something's wrong now, but it requires a whole ass action regardless of what you're about to do
But-
anything. If that makes sense.
That they are already dead is, from my perspective, that would be like, oh yeah, they are probably already dead, but that doesn't mean that I believe him, even though I could believe that he's being honest, that's his honest opinion, or her honest opinion, right? Because this was a woman.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think this was a woman and this was a man.
I didn't give them names. Or I did and forgot. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure you said they were a brother and a sister, but I also don't remember what their names were.
I did not give them names.
Yeah, I only remember that they were brother and sister, and the one standing next to me now is the sister. So I trust my companions that they would be alive, and I believe I need to go help them. I think there's only one way out of this. Okay, off I go. Dash action.
Do me a favor. Oh, but
Yeah.
you go and sprint off. Make a dexterity save at disadvantage.
Okay. The disadvantage is control, right?
Yes. Okay, so here's what you're going to do, alright? You're going to move your whole movement. When you come so far, there's a box that's going to come up. You're going to click yes.
Okay. So dash action, and since I want to obviously fly over
Alright, see,
go
you didn't make
across
that
the-
part clear. Remember how last week when we spoke about permutations, didn't quite make that part clear initially. And that's why I've
That's
asked you
true.
to make a check. So now to me, that seems a bit metagamey that I've told you to do this. You know something bad's going to happen, so you're changing what you're doing.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, it was what I was going to do the whole time, because there's no other way to get around that pool that I see. But fair enough. So am I not allowed to do that now, or?
Well, as order of operations, to me, it seems a bit now I've told you something bad's going to happen, so you're changing it. Same as how I told you last week as well about the order of operations and how you're doing things. If you were going to fly over it, you should have said you're going to do the bonus action to do something and then do that. Instead, I've been told you're going to dash, and then I've said, okay, here's what's going to happen, and then you went, okay, now I'm going to fly.
I mean, yeah. As I said, that was my plan. From
That
the
was your
start.
plan, but mate, I've got hairy balls, no crystal balls.
Yeah, fair enough. So, wait, but how do I actually plan to get over this pool then?
I don't
Because
know.
Swimming would be. Swimming is at half speed, or?
Have we passed the 5-minute mark yet?
Swimming is we're 24. Swimming is half movement, as it's classed as difficult terrain unless you've got swim speed.
No, I mean
Um,
5-minute mark for Vox's turn.
I don't know.
And can I
It's
pass?
so long, I forgot we were in combat.
Can I pass through an enemy? Because I assume at least that this would be an enemy creature. Can I pass through an enemy creature's? No, that's also not possible. So how do I get around this?
Second
thing
check,
then.
because I put down the thing. I would say you would be able to get past because he's already bigger than the. He's like bigger than the corridor. He's bigger than the corridor in that regard there, but just token wise, I would say you could. I'd say there's ways to get round. You know, it's a craggly pit. He's not like body blocking it. There's like, you know, there are lower parts.
There's an edge around the pool.
Yeah,
well,
I'd say there's like an edge.
Okay, then. Yeah, I guess I'll. I mean, flying would make more sense, but I guess I'll just run indeed. So, first up to here, and that's a yes, right?
That's a yes. As you sprint and sprint and sprint, feeling something fishy, and then you feel as the floor just collapses underneath you with one of those little mechanisms as it did previously. When you came down here, that ding of the floor, as you tumbled down into a corridor.
Do I take fall damage, or?
Nah, I just say you go prone.
Okay.
I just want to
then
figure
I'll-
out where you come into this.
And I'll put prone. Where is prone? There we go.
Where do you drop? You drop down into the small little room with a ladder. You can make a perception check if you like.
Before I make a perception check, is there anything that I would just immediately see?
A ladder.
I already took the dash action, so if the perception check is also an action, then I can't do that.
No, the perception
Wait.
check I said was free. I said you can make a perception check if you like.
Okay.
25.
That's
60.
two net ones in a row.
That's unlucky. Let's see. So if you stand, you have 15 foot of movement left.
Yeah.
Yep.
In my mind, what would have just happened? The floor collapsed.
sprinting, and then when you got to like the edge and you put your foot down, you did actually seem to like fall down into something, and expecting wet or a splash, instead you hit a thunk, went ass over head, and then just fell onto your back into this 20 by 20 room.
So do I notice that? Would I be able to tell that the water was not actually there because I should have fallen into the water?
I've given you
Otherwise-
all the information that I gave you and already answered that question with the junket that I just gave you.
So yes, which means that I also realize that it's an illusion, or that this monster was an illusion. Or I should be able to realize it at least.
You should be able to, but the fact you question it makes me wonder whether or not you do.
I mean, I already realized last session.
We're going
But
to
I
start
just want to
using
make sure
single
that my
syllable words
character
with
would be
you.
able to. Well, then I would get up. That's 15 movement. And I would walk over here, which is 10 more. And I would want to look at where the ladder leads.
Seems to just lead to ceiling. Like
Okay.
smooth ceiling.
And down, also nothing, just
Smooth floor.
Huh. Well, I guess I'll start climbing.
Yeah, it's gonna say yes. Don't do anything just now. Just
It
you
did
get it?
not. Nothing
it
popped up.
oh, I must have turned it off. Good.
Perfect.
No, actually, worse. I forgot to set it up. Although I've got the zones there, so you know. Oh, hi, Meg.
I have bonus action left over, but I mean, I was not supposed to, but I do now. So I guess that's my turn.
We're gonna put this into the navigation. Bye, Meg. And then we go on over to the surprised shadow. Surprise, surprise. It will take an attack against Azuri. Azuri, 18 to hit.
Yep.
So it's 5 necrotic damage. And a negative 1 point on your strength. Do you want me to knock that off for you on the strength, or do you want to touch that up?
You do it, so that way you can keep track of it, I think.
I've got it written down here at the top of the sheet as well.
Yeah, cool.
Ziri, funnily enough.
Seeing that Zig has now come into the room as well as Brutus, she's going to turn around and attack the one that Zig and Brutus attacked. So that's the one to my right or the east. Because she doesn't want that one hitting Zig. So she's going to try normal attack and then bonus action attack.
15 and 7 both hit for a total of 9 damage.
Is it clear to her that her axes aren't getting full hits on?
No, your damage, your axes are doing full damage, mate.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, it's updated shadows to 2025 shadows. That's why. Well, too late now. So you swing, and the shadow dissipates.
That's my turn.
Okay. Now I need to look something up.
I mean, they might not have had it, but I guess.
No, I checked it. 2014 shadows did have that.
Yeah.
2024 not so much.
Interesting.
Okay, right, cool, even better. I'll just need to find that, but cool. I'm gonna note this down immediately. That quietly, please.
Fucking hell.
Hurrah.
Is she alright?
Hero is gonna start blasting. So it's gonna be a pew. Nat 20.
25 for 10 on the nat 20s. It fires off and just bomb. Did anything else?
He didn't have a LOS on that one, sorry. Now he does. But he moves there to do so. I thought the one now
That's right.
was shooting it was still there. No. Then Ember is gonna fall it. Oh my gosh, there's another shadow right here. That might be half cover.
Let me do the math for you there.
I don't think it matters. As I deal 1 damage.
And even with resistances, it takes 1 damage because that's the minimum that could be done. That would have been half cover, but like, God, you'd have needed to roll so much lower.
Yeah, I know.
Did anything else?
Negative.
Clive.
Oh, yeah, Ziggy's coming up next.
Clive, in exhaustion, will grab his chest and do a small prayer to the thunder to heal himself.
Yeah.
And exhaustedly, he'll try and distance himself, stumbling like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
To prevent
Ooh.
others from getting heard in the aura. And
22
I am
to
aware
hit.
of the opportunity. Yes.
So you take 7 necrotic, but you're resistant to that to my knowledge again, so half that, and your strength is reduced by a further 3 points.
Thank you. As he'll just, I suppose after that attack, he'll just slump over this table, knocking over whatever's on it. And the shadow takes 4 radiant.
And unfragranced for a foot.
Apologetical. Clive, you did not make an attack?
No, I healed myself.
Oh, I thought it was bonus action.
He's
Cool. Your
he's too
necrotic
exhausted to
is
attack.
your necrotic damage that comes in is -2. Zig with a 12 hits for 3.
It was radiant, so it takes an extra 2, doesn't it?
Oh, in that case, then it's dead.
Oh yeah.
It slumps to the ground or turns this ashy phase. Gotta make sure.
Bruce just pokes the ground for a little bit.
Gotta make sure.
Like a buffoon. Yeah, Clive will distance himself some more, go to the opposite end, and just kind of rest here, slumped over the table. He'll be out of commission for what is it now? 40 seconds.
He done down there. He's drying. That's not great.
I've just looked at the modifiers at your strength and can't believe we're gonna do the rest of the campaign like that.
There's not a lot of good things on my sheet right now.
Damn, look at I've never seen someone with so many negatives in their skills before. He has a
The best part is
Three.
the best part is half of it is willingly negative.
No, Ruby, you don't understand. You don't understand. -1313011, a +2, -13130, +2, +1, -113.
My highest
pretty
passive is
similar.
intimidation for 12. Anyway, Brutus. I don't know what Brutus does. I know he isn't allowed to speak from his mistress. So
Would he loot?
does he typically
would
do
look
that?
for
He
money,
seems
yeah.
like a looter.
Yeah, I think he would.
Oh,
go
you're
try
just
and
saying that
loot.
because he's a tiefling, aren't you?
Yeah. He'll
We're just
search
sit
for
on the ground.
He's primarily looking for I think liquid substances would be his type of shit.
Oh, you have to put up with Amber.
Either currency like money or liquid substances as booze or potions or experimental drinks, should we say?
He finds a blue pill in the shape of an oval. No.
Oh,
What's
fucking
it's not
hate you for
cyanide
that.
pill.
Can you just write on his sheet magic blue pill?
Yeah, I'll
So
do
he
that,
comes
hold
back
on.
to that.
Do it.
What's this? He'll eat it.
I'm putting it down there. Brutus finds Viagra. It is canon now.
Oh, I thought it was estrogen. That would be so much funnier in my humble opinion.
Get it, God, you're trans. Oh, not everything's about you.
You don't have to make it to your entire personality, bro.
Most of the things in here are acrid smelling. It is definitely an embalming room from what you would be aware of there, Clive and Amber. Sadly, have seen a few in your past.
Most of the things in the room, including or not including Amber.
Clive and Amber would be aware.
That it's used for embalming.
That it's an embalming room, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So
Well,
regarding
Brutus-
this ladder, I would
1 sec, there's
try
still,
to climb up.
still stuff in
and-
here as well, as Brutus is looting. He also finds a flask, rather big flask. It seems to be filled with a liquid. It is a
Really?
sticky orange liquid. He like tries to swirl it round, and it's almost like caramel in there, like that very thin caramel. So it kind of coats the sides and it slowly comes down, and it is quite a vibrant orange.
Alright. Thank you.
He also finds, I know, right? He finds another flask, and as he holds it, and he goes to put it down, he feels like a liquid swaying inside of it, but it doesn't seem to distort as he looks through it. Images don't distort, but as he like spins it and such, you can feel there's a centripetal force in there, that it is filled with something.
Thank you.
Are they clear things he finds it in, or is he like looking into like a clay jar or whatever?
I just say he finds it on that table that he's standing next to.
Yeah, but is he got a glass thing so he can see through it, or is he having to look into it type thing?
Yeah, they're just standard glass vials, a bit dusty, but
Yeah.
hooked up.
I think, sorry, to rain under the whole ladder parade. I do know about Brutus that he always comes running back to Mummy, so he'll probably go to Amber and go, boss, Arcana, please, and he'll give her these 2 flasks, and he'll do a woof woof.
Why did Brutus sound like
What?
Smiles?
I can do 2 voices, all right.
Take it or leave
Smiles
it.
is 80% of those.
It's giving like an aura. There's like magic at play here.
It's not magic.
It's like
Yeah,
it's
queen.
totally magical.
It's totally magic.
It'll like do stuff if you like do stuff with it. I don't know. So basic.
Yes, queen.
Sly. Speaking of
Slide.
basic, as we go back
Slide.
into.
Anyway.
If you go back into the decrepit sex dungeon where we keep our slaves, Icarith, a ladder.
Yeah, I would climb up the ladder and push on the ceiling tile, expecting that it's a tile I can move out of the way.
Push on it. Doesn't go anywhere.
Can I-
cannot move it.
Can I put my dagger in between the tiles and try to like wriggle it loose?
He wants to fuck the tails. What a freak.
Yes, fuck with a dagger.
You stick it in there. There is like a gap, yeah, where it goes in. There's nothing kind of coming out of it, but it also doesn't seem to budge as like you move it left or right. You get the movement of the dagger for certain, but that's it. The ceiling itself doesn't seem to move. It seems like it may be locked.
It may be locked. As
Crazy.
in, could be unlocked. Can I Eldritch Blast the ceiling?
It's not a creature.
2024 actually specifically states creature or object.
No.
You fired
I
off
don't
Eldritch
remember.
Blast, you didn't even read them.
No, why would I?
Ruby,
I
you
don't
don't
fucking
remember
watch.
if you had Eldritch Blasting all of those urns? Did you think those were like mimics or something?
Ruby waiting the entire time for the combat to start, like, where are these fucking mimics?
Well, yes.
You know what?
No, I
We commend
My-
your
my-
bravery and honesty.
my my response that I wanted to give was like that magic realm of imagination. You know, if you can imagine that they are a creature, you could target them. But that's because I've been watching too much Fear.
I mean, if so, I could also imagine that the ceiling is a creature.
Well,
But
can you?
Imagination
it
is why
says-
my friend group is so big.
After a little moment there, but it's going to feel like something seems to wear off on you. To my distinct knowledge, I do not think Charm Person lets you know whether or not you've been charmed after it wears off.
It does.
Ah! You're aware that someone cast Charm Person on you.
I mean, it's not going to make me dislike them.
Yeah, it's not the Friends cantrip.
I mean, even then... Also, isn't the Friends cantrip changed now?
Yeah, but 2014 one was always better.
I think Ifrit would be open-minded enough to say... Or to think of it in the way that if they didn't attack, they're not enemies.
I'm gonna hold you to that one.
That is, that's a problematic worldview. That is going to bite us in the ass.
I'm gonna hold you to that one.
Probably with some...
I'm gonna
with some
hold you to that
leniency,
one.
but overall, I think he's peace-loving. So
One of these
yeah.
days, you're going to be in the gullet of a red dragon and thinking everything is going to be all right because it's friendly.
No, guys, no. He's just got a cavity. I'm just making sure. Don't worry.
Yeah.
What's that? You've got a whole ass human skeleton back here. Wait a minute.
Oh, it's like when you eat popcorn and a
Oh,
piece of kernel gets.
I fucking hate that feeling. Yeah, you give it the old wiggle.
Little wiggle with the Eldritch Blast.
You splush all over your face. The Eldritch Blast. Oh, I hate this chair. I'm also getting a book, but like, I'm sticking to myself in places I don't want to be sticking. Howdy, Pilgrim.
That was dreadful to hear.
Oh, you have no idea. I think stone is like an AC of 20.
No, 17.
I'll take your word on it.
Oh, sorry.
If you've read the book and you know where it is, I'm not going to question you on it.
I've written too many spells to know everything by heart.
But didn't the DC's not change? That's what I'm checking now. But I think you are going to roll off some attacks in a moment. But we'll just use D20s to be safe because I am a fun-loving person like that. No, Stone, 17. You're right. Oh my God. Sorry, Gark. I will never question your wise wisdom again. What's your to hit box out of curiosity?
+5.
+5. Sweet. So, in the absence of all things fun, this is going to have some hit points. Yes.
Then I don't see why you would want me to roll a d20 instead of just
You have
Eldritch Blast.
you have a
already does.
+5 to hit. The AC is 17. You need a 12. At that point there, we can roll as many d10s as we need. Your math is simple.
You crit hit.
Your mind is
ceiling?
as well. but-
Yeah. What do you mean by math is wrong? He needs a 17. He needs a 12 minimum to hit if he has a +5.
No, I'm saying to Fox, his mind is simple as well.
Oh. So you can crit on it as well, yeah. I mean, you don't have the other one as well, don't you not? Oh, you do have your force damage in there, so you've got your charisma in there, so +3. So here's what I'll do. Just slash R 10d20 right now. And that'll constitute a minute of Eldritch Blasting.
He's like having a rave on his own in a room.
No, he's
These
having
These
a blast.
these light bulbs just going out and hitting these beams of light. He's just raving.
That is 4 regular hits and 1 critical hit.
I love how in that whole line, let's see, so we've got 16, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3, 4, so 6 d10 plus 18. Sorry, no.
That's better than average. The average is 10.6.
15.
Or the average is 10.5, and this is 10.6. So it's just slightly above average.
Yeah, plus 15, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6d10, and then we will add 15 to it.
6d10 plus 15.
You are just standing there after a minute of just slinging eldritch blasts at the fucking ceiling. You do start to notice after a minute there is a considerably thinner piece of the ceiling. You're gonna go ahead and make a perception check for me there.
And that's another net 1. Hey, actually, it's not.
You can see in there a bit of a locking mechanism that does seem to be holding something in place.
Does it look like I would be able to unlock it from the inside with my dagger, for example?
You would need to be using a set of thieves' tools, as it is quite long and narrowing in there a bit. You need something with a bit more dexterity.
The rapier is a dexterity weapon. I'm joking. If it doesn't look like I can do anything about it, then I guess I'll just keep Eldritch Blasting, since that has worked.
It's gonna be 10d20 again.
That's only 3 hits.
That's the 2 nat ones in there is nuts.
So that's 3d10
Plus 9.
plus 9.
28. You keep firing and firing and firing and firing and firing away. You can see now, like, you are seeing part of the other floor. Have knocked parts of this away, but it is a very well made trap door. No expense has been spared here. There's like rebar and everything in there. The construction is on point.
It's like a dwarf's wet dream.
And by now, is the hole large enough that I would be able to unlock the mechanism from the inside?
You can try. It'd be dexterity at disadvantage, and the DC would be very high as you're not using the proper tools.
Oh my god.
But
Just
I guess what
Dexterity?
dexterity or sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
His arm is going to be stuck in there and it's just going to get amputated.
What are you using, out of curiosity?
I would guess. I mean, I can't really imagine what it looks like, but I would assume combination of hand and dagger.
Okay.
If it's like exposed enough.
Yeah. As you
And it doesn't look dangerous.
click trick after a minute or two of trying your damnedest on this one, you hear a click from the ceiling. You want to go ahead and make a dexterity save real quick, buddy?
That's going to be another nat one, isn't it?
Yep.
It's the
Oh, it was a critical at least.
as the ceiling swings down and you seem to just like instinctively move back, and you see the hallway from whence you came. Oh, you should now be able to move back and forth, and you'll be given the option. Had to set up that teleporter there. So that took about 2 minutes. So everything that was going on in that other room. Oh, these
4
guys are
minutes.
no longer here.
It's 4 minutes because I was 2 minutes. 2 minutes of Eldritch blasting and then 2 minutes of getting the thing open.
Those guys are no longer there. What have you guys been doing over here as Clive stops glowing like Homer Simpson in that one episode?
Oh yeah, yeah. Right now, Clive is just kind of sitting there resting.
I'd like to move up to Clive and sort of just gesture to him. You okay? That was the blight. And then I'd like to do some kind of like check on him to see, is he ill? Is he infectious, or was that something else?
Do a medicine check. He's fine.
Yep.
He's been better, but he's fine. Walk it off, soldier. Walk it off.
Can I tell he looks weak, or do I not even really notice that?
You get an idea that he looks weak. However, I would say that more comes from the fact as you watched as those creatures managed to hit him twice and hit
It's
you
tough,
once, but each time, when it hit you, you felt yourself get a bit weaker. So you can extrapolate that, I would say.
I'm fine. I just sort of slap him on the shoulder and say, "Don't know what that was, but you look good. Come on." And I sort of help him up. And does he need my assistance to carry him?
He'll use his weapon as like a cane,
Okay.
and just kind of limp.
Miss Amber, why did that one go ahead and glow that day?
I think he might have cracked his back. I don't know. Never seen that happen before.
Well, a glow stick.
I think that's the joke, yeah.
Yeah, it's a glow stick joke. Good joke.
Okay, I got you.
Such a clever one.
I liked it. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
It's one of the better Ruby comments I've heard.
Like it. Picasso.
like it.
You're not going to believe this. Another door.
And I listen at this door to see if there's a noise behind it.
You can indeed, good sir. And I will find the number. Sweet. Yeah. You hear something. I didn't even know what you got, and I just started talking. So, in the words, I've started, now I'll finish. You hear something. It sounds like a thick, squelching noise. Like a squelch, and behind that there's kind of like this. It seems like something thick is pouring. Get him in at the gutter, Get him in at the gutter.
I was gonna say, it sounds like there's like ogres who can up or some shit.
Open it up. Out of my swamp.
Yeah, some kind of pig wallow. Do you want to go look in this, or do we need to go back on Itchy?
Oh, right, Itchy. No, he. Wait, actually, let me think. Nah, he should be fine. He should be. He'll be fine.
Damn, Brutus, you got real independent all of a sudden.
Well, my boss is paying me to work. I don't know what my work is.
I definitely pay.
I heard the word work, but I saw like extreme italics as you said the word.
Air quote pay. Looking over the party, does everyone look knackered, tired, hurt, or is it just Clive?
Brutus is energetic and lively. I think he has
What a
some cuts,
fucking
or I don't know
cunt.
where he got it from, but he's all right.
Tom, I'd like to point out you're in the worst condition, I think.
Still have more hit points than anyone else.
Oh, I won't
Does,
just.
Actually, yeah, Clive would tap, with a frail little tap, Azuri on the shoulder and meagerly hold out a potion of healing. Raise an eyebrow for as far as he can.
No, yeah, keep it. It's fine. It's no problem. But I mean, if we want to, we can go back and it's like rest in that room Itchy was in with the long corridor stuff. I doubt anyone's going to go there. Maybe he's got through some of that rock by now.
How sick/hurt do the other three cowards in the back look?
Yeah, because I was under the impression that Kura has been hurt for quite a lot of the.
Hurl has lost their aids and nothing more.
Okay.
Zig
I
is
think only Clive is fucked.
Zig is Gucci, Amber's Gucci. I mean, Clive is only missing a total of 3 hit points here.
Well, he's fucked in other ways. But yeah, Clive will opt to go on if everyone's looking alright.
Well, because you are.
No, if Brutus says Itchy is fine. He has good faith in his fellow Aryan warrior. So
I'm trying to wait around a little because the 4 minutes have not passed by on the other side.
Oh, in that case, if we're not heading back and everyone's okay, I'm going to open this door.
As you open the door, goodness gracious me, you see here this malodorous chamber, that's a word, is dominated by a polluted fountain sculpted into a 5-foot-tall ziggurat. A spout atop the fountain dribbles a yellow-brown slime into a pool of burping sludge. A dwarf's shriveled corpse slumps over the pool's edge. Yeah.
English.
you said it's shriveled?
There you go. Put it right in chat for you.
But the corpse isn't moving currently.
Yeah,
Negative.
shriveled.
I can fix
Does
that.
it resemble in any way, shape, or form the corpse we found in the top right, where I think Clive was? Let's ignore this with I think it was a dead rat or something.
That
That also seemed to be affected by slime, I believe.
Why is that in my head? That was acid that got the rat.
What is acid but diluted slime?
If I put my head in and look up, how tall is the ceiling on in this room?
10 foot.
10 foot. Good.
Doesn't seem to relate to anything to the rat, no. Is the slumping corpse in the sludge doesn't seem to have any... Doesn't seem to have like any burns or such.
I mean, can't drink this. There's a corridor to the south. We can go and check, or do you want to go through and look through the door?
Bruce will I reckon that it wraps around. Well, I mean, we might as well take the shortest route, shouldn't we?
It smells. Maybe the other way doesn't smell.
After living in Tiefling country for so long, I've lost my smell anyway. You get used to the worst of sulfur and... Looks at Amber.
The fuck do you want?
I lean over and take a big sniff next to
Hey.
Amber. Does she smell?
A bit as sweaty as the rest of you, really?
Doesn't it smell bad? I don't know what you're saying.
You haven't smelled the worst.
Just gotta point it out here. Amber is technically the only character that has actively bathed in this entire campaign, and it has been 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can make a pretty clear cut hierarchy of
canonically-
who's the smelliest.
Yeah,
Canonically,
it's
I'm
not
the
Amber.
Canonically, I'm the
Definitely not
cleanest
Amber.
character.
One more time, Ruby.
I think Amber.
Canonically, I'm the cleanest character.
Well, to be honest, Itchy did get cleaned by that big snake thing, in a way.
If you want to count that, sure.
Brutus will, his greedy little eyes will walk up. The legs of the corpse, are they within safe reaching distance? As in, if I go in there, grab him by the ankles, will
Yep.
he touch the slime or not?
He's already touching the slime.
Get close to this. No, Brutus.
Yeah, so like, he'd be able to grab the corpse, no bother.
He'll try and drag it out of the pool then, avoiding the slime as much as possible because he'd probably be grossed out by it.
Drags it as he does, just pulls it out. It's a very old-ass looking corpse. He's been here a while, clearly.
Been here a while. Does it seem like it's part of the native population?
Its forehead is a little bit more sloped and slanted as opposed to rounded, and its eyebrows does seem to stick out just a little bit more.
It's not.
I was talking more about the degradation of the clothes as opposed to, the...
Oh, I thought you
ones
meant.
that
I thought you
we've
meant
seen
like, was it a dwarf native to Chult?
No,
can
to this
always tell, right?
ziggurat.
Oh,
Or if it's like a dungeon delver or something.
There are Cholson dwarves that look different. Okay.
well, I guess that is. Musharib. But yeah. The clothes are. Don't mean to lock a door. They are tattered. They do look contemporary. We'll say that for certain.
Like, newer or fresher than the corpses we've seen thus far.
Yeah.
In that case, he'll try and look if it's devoid of most slime for any notable items, maybe like a key or something worth taking. Unless the dwarves' pockets are like completely filled with slime, then he'd just kind of throw it in the corner and be done with it and opt to go the hallway instead.
It's about that time. Just like in the cult classic. When did that come out? Just like in the cult classic 2013 Evil Dead during the final act, as the camera pans to just the ground, Ikareth's hand just busts out of the stone as he starts to pull himself up and out. I had to Google when that film came out. I went to see it in the cinema and everything. Ikareth, you stand in the hallway. It's a dead end to the north.
But do I recognize the hallway as being the same one?
Yes.
Well, I think... is there a hole in the ground here just now?
There is a hole in the ground. I'm going to turn the teleporter off for everybody's sake, but what I will do is I will use the drawing tools. Please, for the love of God, let me fill the hole. Shut up, Ruby. Fill
I didn't
tight,
even say anything
solid.
yet.
What the fuck? She didn't even say anything.
I'll fill your hole with something solid.
Okay, there we go. A preliminary shut up.
Preemptive strike, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Being targeted, I swear to God.
Okay. Well, I was going to go check in this room still, but
I will
since there's
say
I will say
regardless of your strength modifier, you would be able to jump it as it is. There is there's enough room that it is safe despite how much you've destroyed. It would just require like a little bit of a leap, nothing more.
Okay.
You should not be asked if you want to teleport.
Okay, yeah. I'll walk over here and open this door.
It's a solid wall. There's no handles or nothing there.
Pushing does nothing.
Pushing does nothing.
Well, I guess I'll just be very confused and go back this way and just start walking.
You start walking down the corridor.
Actually, I should maybe mention I take out bonus action the pike, which I have proficiency with because it's a packed up. And I tap. Let's not forget to do this time. Every single tile in front of me and every single wall next to me before getting close to it.
Stevie Wonder starts making his way down the corridor. Very superstitious.
Can I reach out and if Pepsi's like holding, so if Boost is holding the body by its ankles, can I try and like hold on as well and see how heavy is the body? Is it like close to what I would assume would be a normal dwarf, or is it sort of like very light as if it's all been?
It's quite a bit as heavy as you'd expect. I'm going to pause you right there, boxes, before you come to that room in a moment. It's about as heavy as you'd expect for a dwarf skeleton with some tattered armor on it. It doesn't seem to do anything bad in that regard there. Like, it doesn't cause any issues. In regards to it, it doesn't seem to have anything of value. It's just... It seems like it's been there a while. Potentially pilfered by others.
Well, we're all shit out of luck. And he'll drop the body to the right of him.
Yep. So when you see another end of door, I'll let you guys do you're in there. Yep.
Can I pick body up and then look at the top of the fountain and try and tuck the body so it lands on top of the fountain?
Oh, I love this. Yeah. Just give me a dex check. More so for accuracy's sake than anything else. As you stand there, look at it, and give it the old get out my pub with it. Instead of going over it, you seem to like smash into it and like kind of almost hugs the top of the ziggurat. As you watch it, like now slime seems to pour down its bones instead, and it kind of looks like it's shitting itself.
Brutus, for once in his life, will have a strategy in mind and go, fuck it. And he'll use the invisible hand on the thaumaturgy. I wanted to do a quick one-liner, but I'm not good at those. To try and make the door fly open to prevent any kind of ambushes, maybe. Go Alakazam.
Does it do that now?
Apparently.
We have mage hand at home kind of shit.
Oh yeah, it's because it's the way it was. Instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open. Yeah. As you boom and bang it open. Icareth, as you come to this particular room here, you can see all manner of broken shit, broken stuff, and some rats that seem to have been, well, let's say squashed.
Looks like this fight happened recently, or there was a fight that happened recently.
Looks like there was a fight that happened at some point, yeah. You've been away for, I want to say about 20 minutes, roughly.
Is the blood dry?
Drying. It's coagulating and quite thick.
Okay, so relatively recently. So I think I think I can sort of infer that my companions have been past here, especially the more murderous among them.
Don't talk about Amber like that.
Well,
Imagine king shaming. That's crazy.
2 hallways, I guess.
Hold on. Hold on, you
Labyrinth
guys.
logic, always turn right.
Hold on, you guys. These are in there because there's that. Nah, I didn't quite notice. So give me a little un momento. It's not a bad thing. It's not a combat. It's just Okay, sweet. Just keep your secrets, I guess.
Okay.
There's a secret door, but like no one has a high enough passive perception, so you know. You just walk on out through the corridor.
Oh wait, hold on. Always right. It's here.
Always right. So you are walking down, walking through. Give me a pause there for a second, because that door there, unlike all other doors, looks that door looks boarded up, right? So give me a little second just to check to see if it is. Yes. As you see, that door there, as you come to it, there are huge fasteners holding multiple pieces of wood to the wall, blocking the door. Amber, Hurrell, Zig, what's good?
I don't know. Where the other idiots gone to? I've not been fully paying attention. They just went through entirely, right?
Maybe.
Or
There was a secret
Well, I
door that
would've-
I mentioned.
I would have seen them now.
You would have, had you been paying attention. There we go.
Hey, boss. Took you so long.
Move down, and he's used move through, and just like that, 5 idiots and a single idiot become a group of 6 wandering idiots, also known as a gaggle of geeks.
Brutus will scream like one of those typical women in a horror movie of the 80s.
Camera zooms in as we all hear the music swell.
Yeah, I won't try and reenact it. But I'll point it. Oh, ghost. And I suppose Clive will turn the corner as well and see his friend still alive. He'll try and sign thank Lathander you're alive. Not sure how well that's going to go.
Ifrith will just say, yeah, I do feel like he helped me there. The
Did you
what
get through the
tunnel
rock?
I did not mention to open it.
Oh. Oh, you've caught up with us.
I'm actually going to lock this door just so we're aware.
So, Bruce will ask, so we'll have you in that room all the way north up there. How'd you get all the way down here?
What?
Well, we left you, and now you're ahead of us.
Ahead of you? I thought I should be behind you. This is not where you came from?
No.
No.
We came from points towards the hallway down south. But we think it connects to the hallway down, points to the corridor over here.
Okay. Well, I've just
Is Brutus
turned
on
right
mapping
every
duty?
time.
do you reckon?
What did you say?
Probably.
Can we designate Brutus to be on mapping duty?
Does he have a set of
Next week.
Does he set of cartographer's tools?
So next week we just ask Brutus what the map is, what the map shows us.
He does not have cartographers. However, he does have proficiencies in land vehicles, so he can try and treat it as like a racetrack. You know, you got bend number 1 and stuff.
Did you ever play Scalextrics?
Oh yeah. Fucking love Scalextrics.
Could never get it to work, but it's brilliant.
Used to hold it down and like it'd hit a corner, it'd be too tight a corner, you'd watch as a little car drift and spin and then fly off. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, they still do that, you got me in the mood. I'm an adult, I can afford this now. How much is this going to set me back? You guys continue. I'm looking up how much it's going to cost me to buy some skill. 30, 40 quid.
Right.
That's not bad. 40 quid is not bad.
That's one D&D book.
That's 2 D&D books. What are you talking about?
Well, 1.5.
Laura, I'm buying Scalextric!
Big buff, sweaty angel lady. Should we check out the room? Points towards Paul. Yeah, it's just so that I can add it to my racetrack drawing map that I'm making.
Sigil put a hand on British's shoulder. I'd appreciate it if you didn't call her an angel. Thank you.
Actually, for drawing, would that be sleight of hand?
Are you fucking racist?
Sleight of hand.
I'd say it's intelligence here.
Intelligence for drawing? No, intelligence is
to
like
remember
knowing...
and make an accurate drawing.
Oh, like that. Yeah.
Because like,
if you draw anything, if you draw anything about how accurate it is,
yeah.
What you could do is screenshot this, right? Next session, you send it to him in DMs for 5 seconds, and then you delete it, and then you go, okay, draw that from memory, and that is how we get around. and then you reset the fog of war, and Brutus just has to navigate. And if anything happens, we just blame it on him.
That's cruel and delicious. I like it. I like it a lot.
I want to make Pepsi cry for what he did to me.
To be fair, you're playing the character as accurate as he played your characters. Every now and then he just spat on the ground and then said, "Why you got to do that?"
Yeah, Brutus.
we could look. Let's go check to make sure there's nothing around this corner.
Brutus doesn't have much of a consciousness, like a sense of self. So he'll just mimic Aziri and try and listen in onto the door.
What?
As he listens in upon the door, Why is boom ops up in my fucking head? You hear a lot of noise from behind. Roll initiative.
That sounded like my grandma eating cereal.
What do you think we're fighting?
My grandma. We just open the door and just see a fat hag in there.
Gark, level of exhaustion?
I figured with my strength score being halved, literally, it would make sense.
Nah, you're fine, don't worry. The creature doesn't impose exhaustion, and as much as you want to gimp yourself as much as possible, there will be no gimping this time round.
Well, initiative, does a negative mean that he goes to the top of the order? He's so far behind he actually gets in front.
He's fucking layer actions.
Yeah.
He travels back in time to the...
There's like... If this were Icewind Dale, there's initiative count 0 and then there's Clive that goes, as the avalanche comes in. It's already taken its toll. Oh, that is fantastic. I've got to take a look and see everything else that is completely fantastic.
What is the maximum possible initiative you can have in D&D?
35.
You can get up to 30 odd, but you need to be using a couple of abilities and feats.
And probably need like a herring on or something as well.
Yeah, it's like Heron gone with alert and
I think you need to be a ranger. I think Gloomstalker
gift of
Ranger.
alacrity.
So the real
Gloomstalker Ranger lets you
question-
add your wisdom modifier to your initiative. Then Heron
Then
gone.
if you're
alert.
playing,
So the
If
real
you're playing
question
with-
that follows is, does initiative work like a circle? Like from 0 to, what is it, 30, 35 you said? Or
I mean, at that
So-
point there, Clive would just never go. He's just reacting way too late. Every turn is a reaction.
I'd fuck with that, to be honest.
No, that'd be cruel.
Let me be masochistic. Would Brutus have enough time to kind of go, there's something on the other side before
Yep.
you get ambushed or whatever?
Yeah. As you are doing that in Vox, you turn the corner, and as you turn the corner, you see you see this thing.
I see what I see. I assume this thing looks.
It looks at
aggressive.
you, and it looks at you wantingly.
Wantingly, as in hungry, or romantically, or
It desires you carnally.
It looks at you wantingly. Little antenna start giving it all this.
yeah, but I can tell whether it's aggressive or not.
Little
No.
antenna are giving it all this.
Would I be able to roll for insight without it being an action?
You can insight check the rust monster, sure.
I can guarantee you he's going to talk about the antennas once more.
Since I don't know whether it is hostile or not, it looks a little hostile, but I'm not going to make assumptions. So, dash action.
What the fuck?
Don't pay attention to that.
30. 45. That would be 50, 60. And I'll tell the three people in front of me there's some type of insect with antennas that are flapping around just around the corner over there. Well, around two corners.
When you say insect, Clive will think you saw a spider and you freaked out. If he's turning the corner, he sees a rust monster, he's going to freak out.
Did it else your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Amber.
Amber, here's Big Bug. This is Amber Lutz, 45. Wait, where's Big Bug? Thought I was down the hall. I'm gonna be honest. I am not here. Well, where's them rootin' tootin' Big Bug? Brutus,
What? Yeah? What?
where's the Big Bug?
What fucking bug?
There she is, the Itchy's talking about. Itchy, where's the big bug you're talking about?
It's two
Why are you asking
corners.
me?
It's two corners that way. And I'll point.
Right, copy. She's gonna go over here, doesn't see anything, is gonna ready an action to firebolt it.
Okay. Aziri.
I'm assuming that they're being whatever, but Brutus said there was noise behind it. Can I have a look at this barricaded door you said?
Yeah, it's just nailed in bits of wood over the door.
So I would like to sort of investigate it to check how long the barricades have been there, whether or not they look secure, and whether or not the door opens in or out, because it's pointless if the door opens in the room. It's very barricaded on this side.
As you take a little look at it, it's been there for quite some time. Yeah, it's been there for quite some time, and it does seem to have splinters. They all seem to be sort of shearing down the middle a little, like there has been pressure
so-
put on them.
So it's weakish, and there's no like writing on it, like keep out or anything like that.
No.
I'll just look at Brutus and kind of say, it looks like it's been here a while, and probably not as strong as it once was. Wood tends to weaken, yeah, because I've got wood tools, haven't I? I should know. Yeah. Looks like the wood's not very strong at the moment. That's my turn.
Oh, if it's barricaded, it might be barricaded for a reason.
It might. It doesn't look like
Uh,
it looks old but newer, sort of thing.
Yeah, sorry.
That's it.
Just however you say that word. What was the consensus? Does it open inwards or outwards for the barricade? Like, is there something locked in, or are we locked out?
The wood seems to be shearing down the middle, like someone's been trying to bend the wood, and all of them seem to have it roughly in the same place.
It just opens
the
out
fuck?
and towards
Okay.
us. Door out towards us.
Hurrell.
Horror here's a big bug. It's like, well, God, Gustine, I'll have a looky wookie. He's gonna go over here and he's gonna ready a vicious mockery. That sounds fun.
Brutus.
The entire door is wood or just a barricade?
Just a
Sorry.
barricade.
Oh shit. Okay. He will. Yeah, fuck it. He'll try and remove one of the barricades if that's possible. He said it was with nails.
Yep. I would say be an
Uh,
action to remove all of them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he'd use one action then to remove one of the 3 barricades. You said, and
Let's go through.
kind of anxiously just go around and say, "Well, is this a good idea? What we're doing?" As he's removing the nails, and that will be his turn.
Zig.
Zig is gonna see his boss move up, do the same thing, and ready a poke.
The rust monster, satisfied with itself. See here, cool. It will come scurrying round the corner, and I cannot stress enough that this thing has not used all of its movement.
Alright, so, you look like your mother's worst nightmare. Pew pew.
Very, very, very wise, very, very wise rust monster. And very dexterous as well, as Zig is the only one that manages to get a rock off on this bad boy. And that's all she wrote. Clive.
Clive is dodge action. He's gonna try and catch his breath and watch the others do the heavy lifting.
He is a dodge action.
Eucharith.
He is, yeah. Con
Um,
artist.
that's measuring. One step to the side, and what could I possibly do? Potentially, Eldritch Blast.
17 per 9 will hit. Can move that little rag.
Except that's immunity to force.
I wish. Be hilarious.
By the way,
Yep.
can I ask out of game? Unless it's like metagaming, what is up with these names? These adverbs.
So it's the thing with creatures. If you go into the creatures thing, you right click and you go into like their token settings. There's a little bit that says append number to name of unlinked token or append adjective to name. And that way, rather than, Goblin 1, Goblin 2, Goblin 4, it is, a great way to give everything a little bit of fun to it. And that way,
Yeah,
if there's
you
like that way, if there's like 40 of them, you know, it's like there's 40 of them. No. They've got a little thing you can give them a little look to.
Yeah, so you can always target the homosexual goblin first.
Yeah, so if you want to target Ribby, be my guest.
It's also a little confusing sometimes.
Yeah,
But I get it.
sometimes it can duplicate, as I don't think their list is very large, but
It's more so in the terms of like attacking. What was it? The terrified ghoul, and I thought it would run away because it was terrified.
I don't know, this is giving adjectives to it, but I get what you mean.
Well, that's it. I'm
Wouldn't
also
take,
just being
wouldn't
a
take
little
much for them to set up a random name generator for it. And you wouldn't have the issue for DMs being, what's his name? You just, well, it's there. It's already done for me.
Yeah, we'll fight William. Strange looking.
I will take also one step back so that there's a bit more room to maneuver for the 3 people in front of me. And then I'll end my turn there.
Amber.
Oh god. I mean, a real dude in bad situation right here. But this is a save, so it's fine. I'm gonna ding dong ditch bitch.
Again, fucking wise ass creature.
That's an action. Fuck. That's gonna be my turn then.
Okay. Zuri.
I'll also reach out and stop Brutus doing anything more to the door and say, do you think your boss would know more about it? Oh, hold on, where is your boss? As I say, it might be, I've been told there's a big bug, so I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pulling out the nails, I go, oh, right. You're not my boss.
Anything else?
No, that's my turn. I'm not fully aware of that.
You look like if a roly-poly got AIDS.
What?
If a roly-poly got AIDS.
Yeah,
it finally fails.
Where's a roly-poly?
Is that one of those? Is that a woodlouse?
Yeah, they have a million names.
Yeah, woodlouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, then it is Brutus' turn. Turns
I
to
love
claw.
how-
trying to call her.
I love
Go,
how
"Oh!"
I'm the only one fighting this creature. It's just all
You're not,
3 of the
but-
characters.
It's about time you put in some elbow grease. I'll go, oh, Buck! In his line of work as a mercenary, would he have ever heard tales / seen things about rust monsters and what they can do? What they're well known for?
Yeah,
I can make a check as well.
he's had a past before Amber. So yeah, he'd have heard of them in passing.
Does he know what they do? Like when they eat you?
Knows that they cause non-ferrous metals to rust.
Okay, well, let's just say don't let it bite you. But that might be yeah. He'll. What is this? Within 5 feet. Okay. He'll. What is a utilize action? Oh, it's an action. I
Just
guess.
use, essentially.
Is that an action, or is that then use
Yeah.
an object thing?
It's specifically the use action. You not like you use an action to open the door. That'd be object interaction, for lack of better terminology.
Okay, so I could essentially dash and then use that thing, right? Am I understanding correct?
No, because they're both classed as actions.
Okay, shit. Then I'm misunderstood. In that case, he will shoot a bolt at it.
Yeah.
And if it misses, hopefully the creature will try and eat the bolt instead.
18 for 6 as it fires off. Ching, misses.
Oh no, it's an 8.
Yep, sorry, 8, yep. Don't know where I got the teen from.
I know you think about teens a lot, mate. It's alright.
How dare you? How did you get my search history?
He'll... is Amber or Zig looking a little hurt?
No. Like,
No.
the creature just got here. It's just arrived to the party with a 6-pack. Zig.
Exhausted Zig, tired of the bullshit, is gonna try to stab again. Oh my god, he is exhausted indeed. Fuck this cunt.
Anything else?
That's no.
Okay, Rust Monster has a beat of a target reach environment. So, I guess Amber, even or odd?
Odd.
Sweet Amber.
Yes.
A 19 to hit. Gonna let you know right now, you just avoided the nat 20.
That hits, yeah.
You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, and he needs to make a dex save against
Hold
90
on. Yeah. And you are not wearing any metal. So, you're good
No.
there.
Why do you think
No
I'm
buckle.
frontlining this one?
The creature then immediately goes up in flames and dies.
Does Amber have a belt buckle or anything like that?
Wait,
Stirrups on her boots.
Yeah. No, it's,
where did that magic come from? I thought you were out of spell slots.
I'm never out of spell slots.
Okay.
Also, I was never out of spell slots.
Boss, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I just got tapped a little. You didn't take the damage.
Oh,
Will-
I was
will
expecting
this-
you to do
will this
it,
stop
given that
my
you
game?
were also rolling off other shit. I'll knock it off just now.
No. Because
Oh,
I know you always
okay,
do
thank-
it, so.
Thank God. Oh. I
Oh,
do
Oh,
get
yeah,
paid,
no,
right?
I got touched a little, but it's not more than I gotten from one of the clerics. I think. I just got rid of my aids, that's all.
Right.
I got 8.
Does Amber look very hurt? Not
No.
particularly.
And she's like really red, but it's hard to see, you know, with your, I was gonna say hard to see with your dark vision, but someone here has a torch. Yeah, she's really red, covered in red. Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever you need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above, name is above here. There is now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonlance stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Foundry, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. When there's a go live time, this is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is, firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Fandel where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. Now things get real fun in 2025 because on Saturdays or Fridays, depending upon where you are, we have Dungeon of the Mad Mage. On a Friday it will be 5 PM PST, 7 p.m. CST and 8 p.m. EST. However, on a Saturday, 1 a.m. GMT, 2 a.m. CEST, and 9 a.m. Hong Kong Standard Time, because we have players there. And as a spicy extra bonus, Dungeon of the Mad Mage will go weekly, no more time between. Every weekend, unless something comes up, you will be treated to a Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Now, I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game.
But that's just her skin color.
Yeah, so she looks fine in that case then.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. As a red tiefling, does Brutus notice like a difference in health?
Brutus is a different tiefling, isn't he? It doesn't have
He's
to.
he?
Yeah, he's
I-
a different flavor.
I don't think.
Oh, he's an
I don't
abyssal
think.
one.
Yeah, but I don't think. I don't think color correlates to resistance. I think this is how the book kind of frames it, but any color of tiefling can be any type of lineage.
Yeah, I think that's a change, right? From
Yeah, they
because
do
before
have
there's
physical.
the very
They do have
large
physical
amount of
differences.
Their horns differ, to my knowledge.
Yeah, spines. I think skeletal looks, fur, etc.
Yeah.
So I guess he is in a way furry.
He's aware she's been
he'll-
hit, but like he's also aware that it's not exactly a devastating blow by any metric.
Okay, well, she can take a beating.
Yeah, and,
We'll come back to Aziri, and we'll tell her that Brutus's guess is that in that room are more of those giant insects that eat metal.
I just need to pee.
in the book there are 7 different colors of tiefling, so I don't think that's it.
And we'll ask Aziri's thoughts of whether or not it's worth the risk of having our equipment corroded versus what we might gain from opening this room.
Back home, if we had animals we could train or like look after and were useful, but ones that you couldn't or weren't useful, no point in using them. So, can you control them?
At this point, Clive will sign. I tried controlling a monkey once and I ended up smashing its head in because I couldn't. Probably the same for the bugs.
What's a monkey?
The thing that stole our food.
Oh, the flying teddy bear type thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is that? I mean, do you want to just kill more of them, or?
Clive will sign no, pointing to his metal armor, his metal weapons. But you know, he won't stop you if you choose to do so.
Zuri doesn't. Not sure why we're opening up a barred door.
I mean, you were. Brutus was.
No, yeah, I wasn't. Yeah,
I
Liz,
suppose.
does
I
seems to
suppose
hear
I
without.
could, oh, you guys aren't here. Me, come over.
They're in a
Yeah,
corner
it's
enough.
like-
You could definitely hear them having that conversation now.
Her idea was to ask the smart one, Amber, if he had the idea what this might mean. That's
I
not Zuri. Tell
Yeah, I
Brutus.
suppose me and Horo could take points. We're currently not using any metal. If these are creatures that rust metal,
Brutus will ask, what if there's like 8 in there?
well, Ziggy also is with us. He doesn't use any metal either, so
But
that makes 3 of us.
my spear is metal.
Well, you just spoke the thing with it and didn't seem to have any issues, so just be careful with it, you know?
Alright, boss. You know, you're the boss here. If you want to go in the room, I'll just stand back and protect you as well as I can. As he whips out a big fucking fat cigar.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't have any cigars.
Perseg XIG. Our boy's weapon takes 1 point of damage.
Oh, actually, he will pull out a bag of caltrops and go, I could throw this in there as soon as we open the door.
Actually makes me wonder, how long have we been in here? It's been a while, hasn't it?
I reckon we've been here for at least 12 minutes.
Maybe we can take a quick rest and regain our power. Because I'm running a bit low on my magic.
Have you,
Not really
by
a
any
quick
chance,
rest, but a rest, you know?
have you by any chance seen a safe room thus far?
Yeah, there's a room, I think it was through the door here, where there was an empty sarcophagus with nothing in it. She points off to the west.
That one. Oh, yeah, sure. Itchy, you haven't seen anything weird around these parts, right? Nothing that could sneak up on us and potentially ambush us?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, brother,
I
I'm gonna
did
have to
meet-
make you.
What?
So I'm gonna have to have you make a deception on that one there. But I think we're gonna
No,
continue. I thought
wouldn't-
he'd finished.
Brutus will believe him, so there's no need for deception in my eyes.
Again, I did not quite finish. I would have said also, but I did meet two, I think, cultists earlier. They were quite friendly.
Oh, well.
Were they,
Problem
were they looking for their fellow cult member? And I point to Brutus. They're looking for their fellow cult member.
No, I think it was they believed in something else. They wanted to convert me too, but I told them I already had a god. They just didn't want me to continue digging over there. Oh, and now that I remember, they also said that there was great danger on this side of the temple.
Can I have a look up? Sign the word brother. Brutus will tell you about the wonders of converting to a new religion.
That's okay. I
You've
have my
got
own.
mental care. It's insane. And Clive will sign to Aziri, if there's grave danger, is it safe to rest, you reckon?
I think
Aziri
probably
shrugs.
the safest place would be. Can I tell like what north is and south inside the temple?
Yeah. You haven't like spun around in any way. Like you didn't go down like a corkscrew ladder or anything. So you have a rough idea as to what north was, yeah.
The empty room with the urns, but to the north up here of here, and I
There's
mean
an
this one.
empty room closer. It didn't have anything in it. You can go,
Yeah,
you can go and check it out.
Brutus will opt for that one as well, because now he's a little afraid that we might run into this grave danger if we go take the long way, so to speak.
I mean, maybe it was those things that came out of the room up north.
Oh, they weren't quite that dangerous.
I thought Siri just
The-
closed the door on you.
The door to the hallway where you went in from the tunnel, that's where I followed, and the door closed behind me, and I am not sure that we can get it open.
Did you see the lever?
No.
Oh, well, there's a lever there. Open it.
Leave her,
Oh.
I hardly know her.
That's cool.
So what we're doing in here?
Amp said they wanted to rest.
Let's see.
Oh, that's
Oh, that one.
Bob. No. I hate these diagonal doors.
Yeah, sorry, it's AD&D was great with its 10-foot grids and its 20-foot grids. They'd have to fit on like 2 bits of A4 paper to be fair though. An entire fucking dungeon. But yeah, what are we doing in here in terms of rest-wise?
Does anyone have the prestidigitation cantrip?
Oh boy, do I have something for you!
Could you light these candles during our rest? Just one set
Oh.
of them.
Well, I suppose couldn't I just use a firebolt for that? It's just as easy.
Or a tinderbox?
Yeah, but the tinderbox only has one use.
Well, my staff only has 6 uses for prestidigitation.
Is it such a difficult word for you?
Yes.
Okay.
To be fair, I struggled to say the word for quite some time.
Prestidigitation.
I don't have it in front of me, so I can't read it right now, but to my memory it says prestidigitation, which is not so difficult.
Now say it 3 times fast in a character accent.
Vox, put any life into his characters with an accent. You're funny.
God darn, this guy's rootin' tootin' boring. See, I have the nice thing where you can always tell I'm talking character to actually talk in character.
Yeah, it can be done with prestidigitation. I think your staff of prestidigitation, however, I think you get like that
Charges
reset.
1d6 dawn, yes.
Yeah.
So if you turn on the candles, and then we
I'll
take a
turn
long
on the
rest,
candles and
we'll be
then
fine afterward.
yeah, I'll turn on the candles with my staff.
Yeah.
They just turn into a slightly oversized torch for a second.
As you turn on the candle and it whispers in your ear, take me as a man.
Well,
Okay, don't worry.
Amber, do the frescoes in here mean anything to you?
Arcana?
History.
History?
Not a fucking thing.
Not really, I'm not the biggest history buff when it comes to this region, if you couldn't tell.
Like it, in terms of what it is, it does just seem to be someone that seems to be almost like professing their love, but it's not exactly groundbreaking or earth shattering. You know, happens all the time in royal courts. It's run of the mill. You could say this is probably a female's burial chamber, that or like a poet, someone who's really into love. But given how the place is arranged, you're guessing queen.
Is there any picture of a queen, or is it just the handmaiden, or statue, or anything like that?
It seems to have like a queen, but it's not very distinct in its drawing. Like, you know, it's like infographic drawings from the drawing, but like, you know, it's the shape, but it's all rather plain and boring. There's a face, you can tell it's a face, but you know, it's devoid of any defining features over an eyes and a mouth and a bit for a nose. As for who particular people are, it's impossible to say.
Do you know the
Am I allowed to build on what you actually put down in there? I will ask Amber, probably, because she's a smart one. I said, why does this one seem to have pointy ears?
Well, there's a lot of races that seem to have pointy ears, but a common one is elves. But as you can see in she flex around ears, tieflings aren't impervious to the meter.
What's special about elves?
What's up, sorry?
Why is there an elf here? What's special about an elf? It's like,
Well,
that's the only, and she points at sarcophagus, that's the only thing that one of these that hasn't had something come out and attack us, or call out and attack us.
maybe the body has been robbed. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Elves are all over the place as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess this one is just not enchanted, or they don't want to disturb her, you know? There's a lot of reason why it could happen.
What do you mean disturb her? There's nothing in there.
Well, sometimes there's people they don't want to disturb, like put a curse on the body and let it rest, so it doesn't come back to life and attack people. You know, don't let it get disgraced. You know how men are with certain women.
Oh.
They aren't
Okay,
always the
well.
kindest to the people they look up to.
Okay. Okay. Well. You want me to take first watch then?
Yeah, I
We
think
taking a
that's a
long
good
rest?
idea. By the way, who looks the most hurt between all of us?
Motherfucker, you.
Mentally, probably
Me.
And after myself?
And then it's 6, 2, 3s, and half a dozen, really.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I've lost the most hit points, but I have the most to lose, so it's sort of relative.
Zig's at 100%, but like 100% of 11 still ain't fucking much.
Clive healed himself, so he's fine.
Who's watch number 2?
I suppose Brutus. Clive will abstain from going on watch. He'll do 8 hours full of sleep.
Who's watch number 3?
What's number 3 that I can do?
Okay. Cool.
oh god.
But before we begin, I would like to, I guess if Aziri is missing the most, I'll give Cure Wounds. There we go. 21 health to Aziri.
Thank you.
And if you want to know my reasoning for this, if we get interrupted, hopefully it's after at least 1 hour, and we would be able to. I would already have had at least a short rest, which means I get my magic back. My magic mojo, as you might call it.
We would not call it that, no.
Yes, you would. I can see it in your face. Yes.
There's a lot of things going through my face right now. Calling your magic
Including
mojo
magic
definitely is not one of them.
Yes, it is.
Oh, but fucking hot, Jesus, 35. As you all go to rest up, foul the time. That's all I can really say is the time.
Now, during my watch, I'd like to set up a trap or alarm, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. What are you doing specifically to set us up?
So, up against the door, which I think is the only way in, I'm going to put my rolled up carpet and then balance on the top my mama's iron pot so that it's resting up against the door. So if the door opens, the pot will fall off the carpet and make a noise.
If you want, I can also
It's the world's greatest alarm
lend you
spell.
my book on traps, and you can like take some inspiration there.
Oh, book, yeah. Sure. And I will take the book and I'll still balance that on top of the iron pot so it's even more precarious.
There you go. That's not exactly how you use the book. Just make sure Amber doesn't see it.
How can I do that? We need to
Done.
blindfold her.
Amber just
I'm sure she'll
standing
be
there.
fine.
No, at this point, Amber would have curled up into a corner with a blanket.
Then happy that I've set up a alarm/trap on the door, so if it opens, we should be aware. I'm going to stand guard.
Yep. As everybody else lays their weary heads. And I keep forgetting that I don't have like half the tunes in here. I wish I did. As you lie there, everybody else. Ziri, for you, the rest time seems to be fine at first. However, after a brief period of time, you start to hear this chanting, this there's like shuffle that comes with it. You smell something sweet burning in the air, and you start hearing this little do 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 from a little drum as the chanting goes on and on. It seems to get
Getting
quite
closer.
Quite, yes. It is, I would say, yeah, taking my perception check. Sounds like it's right outside the door.
I am going to start quietly making my way over to here and waking up these two while keeping an eye on the door. So I'm sort of like moving down and shaking them by the head. Sorry, by the head or by the shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, Brutus will wake up and whisper what's up. Clive will do the thing you do with like hungover teenagers where like tries to slap you away. But he is awake.
And I'll sort of just sort of whisper, I can hear chanting outside and a drum. I think your friends, new friends have come for you, Brutus.
What the hell? He quickly clothes himself. Grabs the javelin and whispers back, should I beat them?
They're your friends. And I'm going to start heading to wake up Amber and Itchy, sort of, and Hurl.
Clive, fatigued and exhausted, Clive will stand up, but bear in mind he's not wearing armor, so his AC is currently 10.
Who's naked?
No, there's still clothes underneath the armor, believe it or not.
No, he's naked.
If you want to imagine Clive naked, sure.
No, thanks.
Heterosexual.
Once everyone is at least awake, not necessarily standing up, but I'll wait in case Amber or Ichi might do something.
Let me sleep. If you need me, let me know. What's happened? Just some chanting? We're in a temple. What do you expect?
Maybe
Like
move Kuril to a corner as well, if you're trying to hide, that is.
No, just laying
Yeah.
comfortably.
And
Actually,
I woke
yeah.
Itchy up as well.
Clive will try and hide against the wall. That didn't mean for that to be advantage, so it's a
7.
6.
6, cool.
6 in total. And Brutus will open the door carefully.
My trap goes off, and there's a large, loud clanging noise.
As you do that, you see standing there.
I do?
Brutus opened the door, so you would see there as he
Yeah,
does.
but there's no one here.
It's called the Theatre of the Mind, Gark. Fuck.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Seven.
used,
Have to have
I'm
a
used to
mind.
my games.
You see 7 people dressed in full cloaks, and their faces eerily resemble all of you as they stand there and they chant away this particular chanting song, if you will. As they do, as he stands there, one of them, with this little drum that he's beating, he immediately turns it round, and as he does, and just blows this dust over you. As you watch as Clive and Brutus just... where'd they go? And they
Magic
proceed to just... and just move on.
Wait, they move on through the hallway?
Yeah.
Brutus will walk outside. It's like what my dad does. He walks out in his underwear,
Starts hoovering the
smoking a
lawn as the
cigarette, and he
neighbours.
looks. He's like, "What the fuck are these youngins doing these days?"
The dust just kind of lingers in the air for a moment.
Yeah, do Brutus and Clive know they're invisible right now?
Clive watched Brutus vanish, and Brutus would have watched Clive vanish.
That could mean anything.
But
Well,
not
if
in
Clive
Clive.
vanished, then he can't read his fucking sign language, so Clive's just there. The Brutus will just talk. You hear his voice go, "What the fuck were those Jehovah Witnesses on crack?"
You all hear this. You hear Brutus's voice come from the expanse. As for where Brutus is, it's a different story.
Is that to me or to the rest of the party?
Everybody hears Brutus. Brutus still sees everything that's
okay.
going on. He's still here. But everybody's
Well,
watched him vanish and then heard him.
Brutus will close the door, attempt to set back up the trap, and will start to undress again.
For everybody else, you just watch as the door closes, the carpet gets raised back up, the pot gets put on top of that, and the book on top of that, and then you just start hearing the sound of like a belt being undone and a zip being pulled down.
This is called PTSD.
You then just kind of watch as like Brutus's bed just like gets this huge lump in it as he like goes under the covers and lies down again.
Oh my god, it's just like home.
Clive furiously signs, "El Diablo! El Diablo!"
Just
No one's reacting. He's
in
going
the dark,
insane.
hearing somebody enter the room and an unzip and a belt unbuckle.
That brings back memories.
Would you
Ich
were
würde also
you
say,
hit
well,
by
I'm
the leather or by the buckle in your youth, Ruby?
Depends on how you're fully feeling.
What the fuck type of conversation is this?
Buckle
I mean,
on a
I
bad
sometimes-
day.
I sometimes got a choice, which was weird.
Yeah.
You should probably sit down with a therapist at some point.
I did go to the hospital for a neuropsychological research into my extreme memory loss. I got the results back, and they referred me to 4 different therapists, and now I'm a little worried. And I haven't taken any action yet because I don't want to. I refuse to for some reason.
It's just that meme of the monkey from Planet of the Apes going, "Oh no!"
It was an insight, to be sure. Not a nice insight, but
After 6 minutes or so, you watch as these two just reappear.
Ifrit will probably just think that he's been sleeping the whole time. That this all was a dream.
Yeah. These two are fucking out in La La Land again. I fell asleep immediately, probably.
As a
They appear, they're just sleeping, honk shoeing.
as things go as they were, however, no one seems to care about that. And Azuri, I guess for you, that's the well, that's definitely the weirdest encounter you've had so far, probably.
It does seem like a fever dream type of encounter.
I think for everyone this was a fever dream.
Yeah.
So do you wake up for your next watch?
Well, Brutus was next up, so I'll go and wake up Brutus,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll
Brutus.
go.
What? I just had the strangest dream. What the fuck?
Time to put your clothes
What
on.
is going on with these conditions right now? Yeah, Brutus will take the watch. Do I need to make a check or anything?
Give me a perception check, as Brutus is sitting minding his own business, and after a small period of time, Brutus starts to hear this.
Hey, Suki.
Then a small puddle seems to leak from under the door.
Oh, this shit again. Alright. He'll take down the alarm system and
Puts the code in the machine.
peek
that the no-go?
through a crack in the door. He won't open it fully, just like an inch.
He opens the door just a little. He sees a man. A hairy man, like.
He closes the door immediately.
A hairy man. Like, full on curly hair in the chest, really hairy arms, big, thick, like mutton chops, hair's a bit wild, really hairy legs, and standing there, and just from a small dark patch between his legs, a stream of liquid, as he is naked, peeing on the door, panting like a dog.
I can't stress this enough. Brutus would immediately close the door, set up the alarm system, and think this is fever dream number 2, and sit in the corner going, okay, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
As the puddle gets a bit bigger and you watch as the carpet starts to absorb some of it.
No, it's not real.
So then once more hears a
Alright.
at the door.
He'll open the door. Go, what
As
the
he
fuck are you
opens the door, there is the naked, hairy man sitting there, like a dog sitting, with like his two legs, his only legs, like bent up, his shoulders by his knees, and his hands between them, back arched, looking up at you, panting.
Please throw a ball.
No, he takes out one of his bolts and goes fetch and throws it down there.
Wait, if you're standing by the door,
Magic
are you
foot
going in
And you can't use that. So defined
You can in some states.
I thought
You
Are you
have a
sure
restriction
on-
telling you.
on a dog man? This is the best idea.
I think it was a cyanide pill when you described it first. Honestly, I'm fucking flabbergasted. I don't know what the fuck to do here. I'll go. You speak common? Oh fucking hell. Do you? He doesn't have a hand grenade. That's unfortunate. Do you have a leash, an owner, a collar.
It stands up and like cracks his back, like arches the back, but he's still on all fours as he does this, and then proceeds on all fours to just clop into the room.
Oh yeah, he'll try and grapple the dog. The dog? Why did I say dog? This is a fully grown man. I honestly, at this point, I half expect him to, at some point, stand on just his legs and go, "Nah, mate, I'm fucking with you," and then just walk off.
As Brutus tries to grab him, he's 17 on the save as he walks out of the room and like sits there by the door, and like stands up once more, like spins 3 times on the spot, and then like lies down and kind of looks at you with like big eyes and starts.
Is he lying in his own piss right now?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm convinced you just invented this whole thing based on Meg lying down next to you.
I cannot tell you. I cannot. This is on the roll table here.
Okay.
This is on the roll table.
No, I refuse to believe it. Meg just sat down and is now sleeping next to you. And that's your inspiration. It's not on the roll table.
A commoner believes he is a wolf. When he sees the party, he drops to all fours, howls, and sniffs around. It's on the fucking table, man.
Okay, I'm trying to get into the Pepsi mindset. He'll
put a leash on it and take it a walk.
He'll carefully make it so that it looks like the alarm system went off. He'll close the door. He'll go back to bed, convince himself this isn't my doing. Someone will eventually wake up and take care of this, whatever this is, and it's not my problem. And he'll turn his back to the dog. Maybe there's like some gravel that he can put into his ears, and he'll try and fall asleep. And that's Brutus's watch.
Nice. So, with that, it's a rather strange turn of events.
You reckon?
You can all knock off a long rest.
What about the last two?
No one was
Watches.
woke up for it. Brutus went back to bed.
Yeah, fair enough. Long rest?
Reason?
Yep.
The reason I did that was because to Brutus this was also a fever dream. So, in his eyes, he never woke up.
Yeah, no, this is... I wish I was taking the piss here. This is on this roll table. It's fantastic.
Well, someone else took the piss, quite literally.
Yeah, this dog man.
I do have a question. Brutus has a +5 to his max. Is that the aid spell, or is it something
That's
else?
the aid spell, yeah.
Knock that off then.
Oh yeah, actually same for me.
Ruby,
Yes.
long rests.
Ooh, let's go. I got spell slots back.
Remember,
Is-
knock off aid.
Upon waking up, does Clive still feel like he's on the brink of death in terms of strength?
No, so Gark 14, and I'll knock Tom back up to the 17 that he was.
The aid is gone, right?
Aid is gone, yes.
Oh my god, I'm cured of my AIDS.
As you all
Brutus.
awake, there's just a
Brutus will
man,
wake up.
rather hairy man,
go.
lying by the door in a puddle of
imagine-
liquid.
I imagine
Naked.
we wake up because of the smell.
Yeah, Brutus will wake up and go, oh no, who could have foreseen this happening? Oh, this is a strange turn of events.
The man clops on up to you in all fours and just starts sniffing Brutus's ass.
My ass.
At least it's better
True.
than humping, right?
I think at that point there it becomes sexual assault. There's a very fine line.
You know
It's not
what?
that fine
I think
anymore.
this man is a fine present for the slaving race of Yuanti. And luckily, we do have a Yuanti guide. I think she'd be absolutely thrilled.
Wasn't
with
she
this
against
gift.
slavery?
Well, she better change that mindset because we're not taking this fucking dog man with us.
Well, yes, we are. If she's taking a slave, because she's our guide.
Serious, you take a look. Your alarm system has definitely been triggered. You don't recall being woken up by it.
I'll go and collect everything, and then do I return the book? Yeah, I'll return the book.
Drenched in piss.
I think it's only the carpet's drenched in piss, probably.
Do we take the carpet with us?
I look
Wait,
over.
somebody that's wanting to a book?
I look over at Itchy and I go, "Here's your book. Where did he come from?" And I point to the man on the floor, or whatever, by Brutus.
Did the book actually fall into the pea?
No, it was placed all down. He made it look like it. But Gork, did you place the book in the piss?
Would the book have been placed in the piss were the alarm to be triggered?
Mm. 50-50 chance, really. 50-50 chance.
The book would not have been placed in the piss.
That's your under 10?
What? No, I do even or odd.
Ah, okay.
Even is the bad consequences and odd is the good.
That makes sense.
It's a weird.
Here's your
thing.
book. Didn't work. It's maybe. Well, hang on. I go and look over the coffin. Does it look like this person came out of a coffin? This naked person.
No.
Oh shit!
Looks like he could be put in one. It looks very unkept.
Sorry, is it too late to swap a spell? A prepared spell?
I haven't done anything yet.
I'm just...
Is that a yes or no?
Well, you haven't used any spells yet. Like, you're technically just waking up, so there's still time to be prepping those spells.
Right, I'd like to do that then.
I'm just looking through whether my lesser restoration spell might be able to fix this guy, but he's not blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, so I don't think so. Maybe poisoned, who knows? But
What is he? Wanders on up to you,
Actually-
Gareth. As he does.
actually, you know what would be really funny? Spider climb. Just a dog climbing over the walls.
As he walks on up to you, Gareth, and as he does, he takes a sniff around you, starts like sniffing your boots and up your leg and sniffing your ass.
The Ifrit will just take a step back and gesture with his hands like, no, don't come.
Takes a look up at you and starts panting.
Do you have any idea? I have to physically restrain myself not to make my fourth character a slaver as well.
That's problematic.
Because Ora was one, Griffith was one, Griffin, and Smiles to a degree as well. But I do kind of want to leash this man, and if we encounter like rust monsters, just go, oh, fish, bite the fucking artist.
Sniffing up at Vox and at Gareth and getting close, and then you just watch as it just stands up and starts pissing on Vox's shoes.
I'll get out of the way.
Well, stop midstream, take a step forward, and go again.
No, I'll get out of the way.
Aziri
I
will
don't even
walk
want to
up
be
and
close to this.
just with two fingers tap it on the nose quite sharply. No,
I thought-
bad dog.
Thought what you do with pit bulls, where you do put fingers in the well, you know.
Oh, it's rectum. That's only if they bite on and get lockjaw.
But it's it. You're like, oh. And then it's
Also-
like, immediately just like puddle.
Also, don't forget musician, so everyone has inspiration again.
How often does this dog piss? Fucking hell! What has he been drinking?
Water.
Clive will. I doubt there's much water in this place. Clive will try and yank the dog back as well from Itchy.
To go,
I suppose that would be another grapple thing or not, depending on whether or not this thing resists.
perfect, don't worry. So you guys go, then it kind of looks
And-
at you and just.
I think I have to change my my biography section now. Under flaws, add fear of dogs.
You should add fear of women as well.
Fear of what?
Flaws.
Limiting, go sit.
Just kind of looks at you.
Not being trained then. So,
Should we train it?
oh,
Brutus asks.
I don't know. How did it get here? I woke you up. Watch. What happened?
So kind of turns around and kind of walks up to the door and like sits at the door and starts clawing at the door.
This is more cat behavior. Okay, I'm gonna.
Clawing at the door, whatever.
Out of character. Should we put it down?
I was thinking the same thing.
Funnily enough, that D20 came in. I'm like, he's going to try and put this thing down, ain't he?
No, put it down would be an odd roll. Even roll was something much worse. Brutus has a tiefling, little regard for living humans, I reckon.
What?
Of
Casually being
course.
racist. will try and make a leash for this thing, and with the ID, and he'll tell this to the rest as well. We could use this mentally ill person slash whatever the
Well,
fuck is happening here.
Hang
That's
on.
cannon fodder.
A, where did he come from? And B, is it a dog who think it looks like a man, or a man who thinks he's a dog?
Clive will sign. I can maybe check it.
Sure.
Oh my fucking god.
Psyche.
He'll ritually cast detect magic.
There is magic all around. Bar this guy.
Holy fuck, there is, yeah.
Bar this guy. Barring on this guy.
He has such an impeccable fucking illness that it just anti-magic fields the entire ziggurat.
I would want to. ritually
Brits will go.
cast- I would want
Sorry?
to ritually cast Unseen Servant. Meanwhile,
Alright, Brutus will go, could use it as cannon fodder in case we need to leave something behind for distraction.
Would you do that to a pet dog?
Looks at a thing. At a thing,
Without
that's
hesitation.
horrid to say. That's horrible to say. He looks at the man and goes, I would to this dog, yeah?
Would you do it to a normal man? Either way, if there's no magic, it's not right to use it as cannon fodder.
Would you steal a handbag?
I think Brutus would, yeah?
What's a handbag?
You wouldn't steal a car. So why would you steal a DVD?
You make a fair point, though, but what else are we going to do with it? If we leave it behind, it's going to die anyway. If we take it with us, it's just going to piss on all of us.
Claws at the door some more.
Stop
Well,
that.
maybe if you let it out, don't you let dogs out to piss outside? I mean,
Never had a dog.
How did it get in here? Well, back home, the dogs were sort of cattle dogs. So they sort of lived with
It keeps whining and
the
whining.
animals.
All right, off you go.
Well, she like open the door and she do it like steps out of the door and like turns to the door and looks at you, and then just kind of squats up a bit, and you can see an awful lot of stress in this person's face. They're exerting some force.
Oh, he's taking a shit, isn't he?
I was trying to be as not be so vivid with the wording, but yeah. He's doing a garky
Brutus will
right now.
quickly close the door and go, okay, we need to come with a plan right now.
The unseen servant can just like hold on to the rope until we are out, and then we just leave him here.
Okay, so it's been decided we have an invisible servant that is taking out the dog while we explore the dungeon.
Is the unseen servant just a dog walker then?
Well, it can't be more than 60 feet away from us, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's
But like,
do
we surely it's possible to save. If he's a person, how has he got like this?
I mean, we can't
Garth,
save
I
it
think
right
you're-
now.
I think
So-
you're wrong, actually. It says
If we
you
keep it
command-
around,
It says if you command the servant to perform a task that would move it more than 60 feet away from you. It doesn't say that if you move 60 feet away from it.
yeah, that's what I said, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, that's what I meant. We can't help it right now, so we might as well keep it around until we can.
Something doesn't smell too good.
Oh yeah, Brutus.
Make a con
opened the
save.
door again. Fucking hell.
I'm not going to be in any way vivid. I'm just gonna say that's slowly making its way towards the door, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Can I just put the situation in the way and just leave?
Yeah. So you get out the industrial mop and just quickly magic away the shit.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, we'll just do the leash, dog walk this thing with us until we can snap it out if it's charm or
With
whatever's
us?
going on.
Just leave it in this room.
Oh, and then it's going to die.
Good.
Is that a problem?
Yeah,
You know,
why do you wanna
it's
kill-
the Thunder's duty is to save as many people as we can.
Correct. Even with the shit going, you're still feeling a bit sick there.
What?
What I said. What's the plan?
Right.
Can I go up if we're not doing it? I'd like to try and make some kind of effort. I've seen dogs be used on farms back home. I'd like to try and make some kind of effort to get it to follow me or Brutus or Zig or something like that.
So, make an animal handling check at disadvantage because by all this is still technically a human.
Yeah,
Could
as
Brutus
much as-
help with this, seeing as he's also part owner / handler / whatever you would call it in this case?
Can help.
Isn't the unseen servant the handler?
Oh, because it could just see the fucking unseen servant.
No, but the unseen servant would be holding the rope at least.
I don't know if we put a rope on him yet.
Vox, have you ever walked a dog before?
No.
So, see when dogs don't want to be walked and you want to walk a dog, it's got this excellent habit of just not moving and pulling in the opposite direction or sitting there.
You have seen Dripsky Huskies, haven't
Well,
you?
actually, I have walked a dog once, but not on a leash. That was just the dog of
Taking your mother a walk
Oh.
doesn't count.
What?
That taking your mother a walk doesn't count.
No, it was a real dog, but like there was the owner of a hotel who asked me to take her dog on a walk.
That's
But I just
a well-trained dog if you can walk it without it being on a leash, though. Like, that's
Yeah.
a very well-trained dog.
Yeah, I was just walking around and it was following. And if it was like sitting
Yeah,
down for a
you-
moment, I just kept walking and well,
So
a
you
few
got
moments later
walked
it
by
would
the
follow
dog.
anyway. So that was not so much effort. I don't know if you can really call that dog walking. But that's all my experience with dogs. And I would prefer to keep it that way.
I mean, isn't walking the dog another euphemism for Brutus's favourite activity?
I've never heard it called that before. And I've heard it being called plastering the walls.
Yeah.
I don't know even what you're talking about, actually.
Five Finger Shuffle. Thomas the Tank Engine. Hamshank.
Cranking it.
Jill and her 3 friends. Pamela and her 5 friends.
I'm too old for all of you.
No, you're not.
Aren't you not younger than me?
Yes.
You don't know that.
Well, if Brutus helps or not, I will roll again if he doesn't. But either way, I'm going to try and get the rope around it like a leash, and then start walking it along. And if it wants to resist, I'll just pull it along. I figure I'm quite strong.
Yep. Well, the good thing is a commoner stat block, so all I got to do is roll d20s. As you start to move, as soon as it does, do you want to make an athletics check there, Tom? Pardon me.
Sure.
He's a stubborn boy, he is. As you start to pull, and he just kind of like sits there and growls and like pulls back in the other direction.
Bad dog.
Hopefully
Yeah,
this can help you in
and I'll
the
leave it.
future.
Did you just say you'll leave it?
Yeah, I mean, I rolled a nat 20 on my animal handling, but that didn't work, so I'll just leave it.
Brutus will do my dad's method of raising and slap the dog and say, "Bad dog, come with us."
The unseen servant will just hold on to the rope, I guess.
Oh wait, you said
Um,
this was a commoner.
It seems to.
Can I retract my attack, please? In fear of slapping this thing into another afterlife.
It seems to be pulling in the opposite direction. Like as you're trying to go one way, it is trying to go in the other direction. Up north.
Actually, Brutus says, maybe this thing kind of knows a way around. Maybe it's avoiding danger, you know? Or something like that.
I wouldn't count on it.
Should we give it a shot?
Yeah, I'll give the dog a shot, and I'm gonna shoot the dog.
Good job, Ruby.
Okay.
Out of
Why would
character.
you do
that is.
that?
Yeah, no, that's a joke. You guys like the weird dog too much. Which I still think is fucking weird, but that's okay.
When this was introduced, I will say right now, this is not the way I thought this was gonna go. I'll decide that this is not the way I thought this was gonna go, and it's like,
How
okay.
did you think this was going to go?
I don't know. I thought someone would keep its head in or something during the long rest. I didn't expect people to try and adopt it. This is great. Like,
We're all nice people
genuinely
here.
hilarious. Didn't you not say we will put it in the room with the unseen servant and let it fucking die?
Or someone else could pass by and adopt it instead.
But
I'm
it's
very
stands-
curious.
Yeah.
Would the dog lead Brutus anywhere? Real quick.
It seems to be trying to pull up towards the north.
Brutus will go, I'll catch up with you very quickly. Let me just see if this thing is useful. And otherwise, you can just hear a short, like, pop, pop.
Do you watch as
You
it?
know what I mean?
It pulls you up towards the corner, and as it does, pisses on the corner. Then takes a sharp right and goes into the room with the fountain. And it does kind of like, goes up to the fountain and like sniffs it, and you see like a grimace on its face And then it kind of looks at you and starts panting with big sad eyes.
I'll use Thaumaturgy to just going to move the token, not actually going across the fountain, to close that door, close the other door. I go, I'm so sorry you were born into this life and not another one. And do the
Christ. The
put it against his forehead, look away, and pull the trigger.
fucking whole yell at him.
And without looking at whatever mess might have been caused, open the door, closes it behind him, and that's something that a therapist could deal with.
So actually, normally, after a person dies, their bladder.
Yeah, I know, it relaxes an AP. Let's not
Yeah.
delve into that.
This man dog has already peed so much without drinking that I'm not sure. Does it have any pee left? Scottish.
He's pissing his brains out.
Listen, right? It's not a question I'm willing to answer at this moment in time. Let's move on.
Also, just an observation, Scottish. Earlier you said that I was going to let it die. Why did you call this man it?
I was being very general with my words.
It's
And
binary.
if,
That's the pronoun. It.
If you can call it it, would mending have worked on it?
No, because they refer to demons and such as it as well, and beasts. If it has a creature
don't
stat,
tieflings also have genders?
maybe, I don't know, but they're referred to as it.
But yes, he's come up to this door here. The door with the
Does
two slats.
sorry, yeah, does Brutus still hear the chewing noise? Would you like me to re-roll for that?
Sorry, I was
Otherwise
nodding and
he'll just-
drinking at the same time. Sorry. Yes.
Yes, he'd
This is
still
where
hear
the
it.
dog man came from.
I know the door is
No.
still closed and locked and barricaded. Or basically barricaded is the word I'm technically looking for here.
Okay, well, if it's still barricaded and there's still noise, Brutus will just shrug and go, let's leave that. Not worth it, probably. Unless someone objects, but I don't hear anything, so...
You keep wandering down the corridor some more. You see, and you ain't gonna believe this, a long corridor and a door.
Is this door any special? Is it also just a stone slab?
Standard to every other door that you've seen so far, yeah.
Let's play this safe. And we'll try and do a perception check before doing something else. Well, he won't hear anything. So Brutus will just assume it's safe. But just to be safe, he's going over here and it's going to use Thaumaturgy to open a door from a distance.
Door opens.
Is it safe?
Looks fine.
Giddy.
Zuri's
Who would have
looking
thunk
up
it?
the long corridor, watching, keeping guard up that way.
You look here. An elaborate bejeweled coffin rests in the centre of an otherwise bare room.
You said it was sigilled?
An elaborate bejeweled.
Oh, bejeweled. Sorry. Are there any like markings, like runes, or is it just jewels?
It's just jewels, but as you walk on in and take a look around at this place, what you don't notice, and therefore takes you by surprise, is a huge beast just drops from the ceiling, and I'm going to have us all roll initiative.
Carrion crawler, let's fucking go!
I would have followed.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Because It is impossible to keep track of where these idiots are running off to because there's like 3 subplots going on.
Watch the
Yeah,
tokens
this-
and pay attention.
Okay.
We say
everyone
where
else
we're
is
going
doing
to,
it.
We move down one hallway, and you go where have they run off to?
No, because there's no way here that goes here. It's hard. There's no like it's dark vision.
Okay,
You
where
should-
have you
I'm
been?
having
You should be
severe
paying attention then, like they're standing next to you most of the time. And then they move, like...
Yeah, and then I lose track because that's the moment.
If one person so much as moving makes you lose track of where they are, even if they're moving by 5 foot, that there means you should probably see an optician.
No, it should mean I should go to bed very soon.
There's a limited amount of spaces you have not seen yet, so...
Did say surprise, so I'm gonna have to ask you guys to
right, that's just-
roll the roll the d20s again as a disadvantage.
Do I also have to?
Yes.
Fuck doesn't show me characters if I don't actively see them. It doesn't matter if I've seen a spot or not.
They are in front of you 5 foot and you have dark vision.
Oh,
So Clive,
No,
you
I
remain.
What do you mean they're in front of me?
When the people
Scottish-
move, they're in front of you at least
Oh,
5
yeah,
foot,
yeah.
and then they move. If you're not tracking them on that one there, like
Yeah, no.
critical
Scottish,
critical
if,
to Vox equally is critical to you and everyone else.
Scottish, if I roll lower on my initiative, I'm going to donate you 100 euros.
How could you roll lower than a nat 1?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked whether I should also roll again.
Zero.
could you change Brutus's initiative, please?
What should Brutus's initiative be?
4.
Okay, so Brutus as
Hey, Ziggy's now worried instead of exhausted.
Brutus gets
He's upgrading.
4.14.
Yeah.
I mean, how can he be exhausted anymore? He has had some sleep.
That
can't
dog
walk,
kept him up all night.
Well, he's still not exhausted anymore. He's just worried about the dog.
You just reminded me of a flashback of when I was at school. I went on a French exchange trip, so I was staying in France and with someone, and I'd been given the dog's bed to sleep on. I mean, it's a normal bed, but obviously the dog slept there. And I spent most of the night with the dog sitting on the end of my bed, licking his particular area the whole night. I was watching it going, what's it doing?
Wait, the dog had its own separate, like, double bed?
No, a single bed, but yeah, its own bed.
God, the French are a weird people. Speaking of weird people, Clive.
He's first? Fucking hell.
Yeah, you got a
Uh,
16 and a nat 20, like...
Does this thing look hostile? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's
big.
you know, it's looking a little like that.
Well, I've recently seen the film Mickey 17, so it might be friendly if it's that big. But Clive will hold an action. If this thing attacks one of my companions, he'll simply make an attack against it.
Okay. Oh. Turtle's turn.
Who's sorry?
You.
Horo is gonna go over here and dash because I heard some commotion up here, I think. And that's the turn.
And then, again, in the strangest... It's Amber's turn.
Doing the exact same thing.
And then, it's Zig's turn.
Guess fucking what, buckaroo? And that's the turns.
Zuri! Kinda heard that drop in this...
Okay, if I heard something, I'm gonna stop looking up the corridor. Squeeze. I'd like to move into the room, Slottish. Hello there.
I'll drag you in the down. Up, there we go.
Do I mean, yeah. So if I were to, I'm not sure quite how big my piss-stained carpet is. Could I sort of unroll it and then sort of try and envelop this thing in my piss-stained carpet?
Let's play a fun game. Roll a D100.
100. 90.
Your carpet is 6 foot by 9 foot.
Well, don't know if that means anything, but that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and aim roughly towards the head and just sort of envelop this thing in carpet.
Yep. Do you unfurl the carpet over the creature, a rather thick and heavy carpet?
You have to use that like a grapple type thing, isn't it?
Are you like trying to grapple the creature with that? Or just like try to blind it? Like, what's your
I think I'll be
end
blinding
goal?
it. A bit. Sort of like blind it and wrap it up. I was thinking make it like wrap up and make it sort of like tuned up in the carpet. But
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah. So just try to throw the carpet over the head and sort of like hold it there.
Just
I
blinded
guess
for a
that would
round.
be restrained then, no? If that works.
We'll see. I haven't come across one of these as a series. So
Didn't
should
announce your
know what
turn?
to do. No, that's my turn.
Okay. In the layers of piss that it is now enveloped in, this thing has additionals. This is cool. Right, this has 14. So is it? I want to check if this is using 14 or 24 because it just says monster manual. So let me check its doublings real quick. Yeah, this is 14, which is good. So that is correct there. It's going to go ahead and, with its tentacles, as you have fired off a carpet in its area, it's going to try and fight back at the carpet and towards yourself. 24 to hit.
But hit the
Who's
carpet.
it?
It's blinded, so it's rolling with disadvantage, but it got a 16 and a 17 on those rolls. It's just like trying to fight off the carpet and gonna get whatever had it. So it's going to be blinded for this round, okay? You take 6 points of poison.
Okay.
Okay, I need a Constitution saving throw. You are poisoned for 1 minute.
Yeah.
You are paralyzed, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn to end the paralysis poisoning.
Okie dokie.
So,
Would this trigger the attack of the held action?
sure.
There we go.
21 for 12. Creature's technically blinded, so if you feel lucky, Punk.
I don't.
Well,
I prefer to use the first damage roll, if I could.
I was going to use the first damage anyway, I just need you to reroll the 20 anytime. It takes 12, and for that one there, as you take that little swing, as the tentacles are poisoned up, it's going to immediately try to bite in towards the direction of yourself. For that one there, a 16 to hit yourself, Gark.
Yes. Is hit.
You take 7 piercing damage. And we move over to Brutus.
Brutus. We very quickly see everything. What's going on? Bait
delightful.
switch.
Hmm?
Pussy in a beat. Let's just do this real quick. A 6. Fucking hell. And a 1 on the damage.
It's a miss, sadly.
Really? What if I look at you with pleading eyes and say, please?
You just killed the werewolf.
Werewolf?
I wasn't
The thing says it's supposed to be a werewolf, but I like the idea of him just being a dog instead. You killed the dog. You killed Yeller.
I knew it was not on
See-
the roll table.
The roll table
Seeing
says
as
werewolf.
Clive-
I just didn't think werewolf was fun. I thought dog was funnier.
Seeing as Clive just took quite a chunk of damage and Ziri is immobile, locked in place, actually action search. Just repeat the attack, I suppose. For 6 lightning. And
I don't know if it's 6 lightning.
do you mean?
I thought it
Oh,
was.
it's
Yeah,
with advantage as well.
yeah, it was just it was
Oh.
something else. Yeah, you can have 2014 was a little different. Yeah, so you pick the damage type of
Sorry.
piercing or lightning. This is lightning. You
Could this 17 be used for the first attack, seeing as it's with advantage?
just roll 2d slash r 2d20.
Slash R2D20.
So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and then 13. So would you still action surge if you'd hit?
Yes.
Okay, then turns both to a hit for 9 total damage.
Okay. And we'll use a superiority thing to do this. Yeah.
The pushing attack. It's a very
Oh,
strong
and it takes.
carrying crawler.
It also takes.
D8
6
additional
bludgeoning.
6. Yep. Anything else?
No, Brutus will stand strong
Chris.
and go. Let's kill this fucking dog.
Bonus action, summon the trident aspect weapon. And is it still at advantage?
Yeah.
It's alt, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And then I will. I guess I'll use radiant damage.
9 points of radiant damage. So it hits in. Anything else? You stab a bit.
I think I'll take. Actually, no. If it does an AOE attack, which it might, then I shouldn't be right next to them. So I'll go stand over here, and then end my turn.
But at that point there, the carrying crawler uses a layer action. Okay, Clive.
Would Clive know that, or have an inkling that Azuri is poisoned?
Yeah, easy coursing through her veins.
Look over to her. I have never used this.
Oh,
once in
sweet.
my life.
15
Oh
misses.
shit. Okay, well that's good. But lay on hands to remove the poison.
I would say if the magic can feel that way, it's got a decent enough passive perception, it could feel the movement. Disadvantage regardless. But you knock that to Ziri. Ziri is no longer poisoned, which also means Ziri is no longer incapacitated.
Squeeze past her. Do quick gang sign. Lathander, guide us. Welcome back. And
20 for name will hit.
9.
Did it not? Burrell.
Oro is gonna move and dash. Oh, that doesn't look great. There you go, and then enter turn.
Amber.
Ditto.
Sick.
He's getting a tad bit worried, but that's gonna be his turn.
Ziri.
Is this thing still blinded?
I'd say yeah.
Oh shit.
Then she's gonna pull out the sword and try using that. Smack it.
21 for 8 will hit and kill.
Lathander did guide you.
I think that
He always guides us all.
I think the piss works. Seems effective.
The creature dies. We see the
Where did this thing come from? Is it obvious?
the ceiling. Seems to have
Is
been
there
laying
anything on the
wait.
ceiling?
There's no holes or anything,
Mm.
which means it's probably been trapped in here and then laying wait.
Are those urns in the corner?
They are.
Oh, I'd like to go pick up an urn. Are they coloured?
No, these ones are like terracotta pots in terms of their colour.
Sure. Okay, I'll pick up this urn and carry that as well. So I've got the carpet in one hand and urn in the other.
Aye, bet.
Brutus would probably check to see if the jewels are able to be removed easily.
They are not. An awful lot of the stuff that the coffin is made of seems to go over the jewels. It requires shattering the lid of this coffin.
And it's completely closed, yeah?
It is indeed.
Is there anything else in the room? Another set of frescoes or whatever?
There is a tapestry of a man or a figure with a cloak over his head with a bit of a point at the back and a frilled cape. And you can see in his hand this long, slender, like stick that seems to point up a little, and in his other hand another similar stick with a little circle that kind of looks like one of those little mirrors a dentist. Kind of looks like he's got dentist tools if you think about it. But he's obviously not a dentist.
Kind of looks like the Hermit tarot card.
Do you know what I can actually...
I believe.
God, where the fuck did I put those? Drawer number 2? Yeah, drawer number 2.
Is that a deck of tarot cards?
No, it's a deck of many things.
Oh.
Maybe that.
Getting scared.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, there we go. Kind of like the fill card. Like that.
Yeah, what you said verbally does not correlate to what
he's got like he's got like little tools in his hand instead.
Right, well, if he's truly a dentist, it makes sense for his coffin to be bejeweled. Those bitches get rich as hell. But it's closed. Clive doesn't like grave robbing, so they will leave.
What's anybody else's intent with this coffin?
It didn't have any writing on, did it?
No.
I will say, I myself am also getting tired. I don't know when you were anticipating on ending the session.
Probably in about 30 minutes.
Alright.
Just usual time. Also check.
Because if 5 controlled characters are starting to get sleepy, it might get a bit hectic.
Ruby's starting to get sleepy. Ruby's always sleepy.
That's true.
Yeah, Ruby was
There's
already
threshold.
sleepy at the start of the session.
I've been
There's
sleepy
thresholds.
the entire day.
Brutus is a navigator. Does not know where this all leads. He goes, well, this is
Looks like a dead end.
There's
probably
a
where
door.
the dog came from.
You did end.
I'll tap the wall.
Tapping the northern wall. It is a solid wall.
The entire wall?
The entire wall.
Okay.
What was that for?
Well, there have been some hidden doors before.
And then why are you tapping only the northern ones? Why not just every wall that we come across?
Well, I do tap most of them, but further along should be close to where we already passed through, no?
What? I don't know. Brutus does have an inkling that the hallway that leads up north is already explored. So he's a little stumped. And it will ask Itchy whether or not it might be an idea to go the way where we left him, seeing as there aren't really any other ways to go currently.
Yes, but then we have to go around, not the way we just came, because that door is locked. So we'll have to enter the hall from the other side.
Sure, yeah, it'll give you the reins. I don't know where you came from, so... Fucking hell, you moved quickly, though.
Yeah, I don't know what's... when I'm moving, it just teleports instead of walking. I don't know why.
Are you holding Q or Alt?
No. Does it...
If you hold Q or Alt when you move, it does teleport you.
Oh, no.
But it doesn't teleport them during combat.
Ah, now it works again. Ah. Well, I tapped Alt for a moment, and now it's working just fine.
Do you have sticky keys on?
No. Who does that?
Masochist. You come back
Well,
to the ghost and it kind of looks at you again.
we have not
Right, this
found the creature that binds you, but we will try.
This time, after having encountered a fever dream, could Clive investigate the blue mist and see if it correlates to that rumour he heard a long time ago? Unless you say this is metagaming, then I'll just continue.
This blue mist, I think they've just used blue to say that it's misty, is that nothing about it says that it's blue in any other way.
Okay.
So, I guess it's map flavour.
Did want to talk to the ghost, but everyone else has left, so we'll just ignore it. Yeah, but I'm not going to talk to the ghost if there's no one else.
Oh yeah, I
anywhere
forgot you
near us.
literally can't.
Okay, let's go. What did you want to say? Ifrit will translate for you.
Well, how do you know that
Yeah,
Clive wanted
just
to say anything?
straight metagaming.
You were gone.
Okay, fine. I'll open the door.
The door opens into the room. You see a singular mask. Looks like a... not like a mask that Brutus has. Mask like of the people you were speaking to. It's a little note. Can't quite read what the note says, however.
I want to exchange the note. I want to pick up the note and I want to put not the ring, but the note that says I'm sorry. I want to put that one instead.
Yeah? Yeah, you swap over the notes.
And I will tie the Or I'll put the other note through the ring instead. So I'll change the name of the ring now to say that the note has a mysterious with mysterious note from cultist. Okay, and hopefully I will remember that those are two separate things that are now tied together.
Cool. Just
it-
bear in mind to put in there that it's session 11, because I've written the note here on the session 11 notes. So make sure you put it in there so that way whatever comes up, I know what it says and I don't need to bullshit it on the spot.
Okay, yeah. So the gold ring from the jungle with the note picked up in session 11.
Is it
In
just
the-
Itchy that is unable to read the note?
It's all obvious. It's not in a
Right.
language that any of you recognise.
Does it also not correlate with the language in which book was it? This one.
No.
Okay.
It seems to be written in Thras, but as you look at it, it's gibberish. Thras being the alphabet typeset used in Forgotten Realms. Like, as you look at it, it just doesn't correlate to words. There's like 3 A's next to each other and then a C. Which, you know.
It's a dangerous
Brutus-
book. They're going, ah.
Careful, over here there's a trap. Over here, over there as well.
Yes.
But you can
Brutus,
jump over.
can we? Brutus will ask his boss. Boss, you reckon this is code for anything?
Can I roll a investigation to see if my character would know more than me?
Yeah?
No.
Maybe ancient dialect in the same way that, technically speaking, you can throw an awful lot of languages back to Latin. You know, similar alphabet there.
I am gonna head out. I'm not enough in my chair. I'm sorry.
I will jump over the.
Yeah?
Well, actually, no, because we walked through here with the cultist.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact route, but I know it went through here, which means that here we can just walk over. So actually, I will run this way and jump over this trap instead.
Should I be a good fellow and control those 3 tokens as well then?
No, don't worry.
Well, I don't want to leave them behind.
Don't worry.
Does it still look like there's a big pile of like rock at the end of this corridor?
Yes.
Can you see that from where you are?
Yeah. I think so. Right?
Yeah.
That's 85 foot.
Azuri is seeing what Azuri is seeing.
Okay.
Clive. Brutus will follow Itchy. Clive will wait until everyone, like protecting the rear. He'll wait until everyone is kind of in the middle.
Did you just
until
step
he,
into the trap?
No, it just follows what you are doing.
Okay.
Icarus, great news! Dexterity save.
What? Why?
What the fuck do you think?
I remember for sure that this was not the trap, and I jumped over this one.
Dexterity save. As the massive slices come from the ceiling and hit you for a whole 1 damage as you do not jump out the road in time.
Brutus
And-
as well?
Where
No.
was this?
You're standing on the trap.
Here?
Yeah, man, it's trapped.
And Brutus looks at Itchy and goes, bro, I thought you figured this one out.
Apparently not. Wait, where is the... There we go. Wait, actually,
Okay,
I'm going to delete all of these things here because those are not wrong. Those are not correct.
See, this is why we should have kept the fucking dog. We could have just let him walk all over.
It's a d6 worth of damage. There's a high chance it would just outright kill him.
That's fine. Means he wouldn't have to waste a bolt on it. Okay, so Itchy, what's the plan now? If we go through, we might die.
Wait, actually, let me also mark what is safe. So this is safe.
Did you not have like a servant that could walk around and such? The one that held the dog leash.
What? That's a good point. Actually, is the servant still up?
No,
Yep.
probably not.
It's been an hour.
It is?
It lasts an hour. Hasn't been an hour.
Oh, I thought.
Okay, well then I can. Does that count as a creature? Because I remember last time you said that the pike was not helping because it was not a creature.
There once was a graph that said about doing things and finding out.
Okay, well the unseen servant will walk on. Oh wait, hold on. Will walk on this tile. Yeah, actually, if this one is trapped, then it was for sure over here that we can walk. So the unseen servant will walk here, and then here,
Nothing happens.
and here.
Nothing happens.
The unseen servant will walk here.
Nothing happens.
Okay, well,
Right.
the unseen servant is not helping. Good to know.
Right.
Um,
Clive, have you ever heard of a sport called curling?
Clive, make a dex save.
See all these,
No, not Clive, fuck. Eucharith, make a dex save.
see all these squares. If we went and got all the bodies from all around here, we could sort of like throw them
slashes,
down
one
the
smoke.
corridor and try and land them on the squares to see if they set it off.
It is a fairly good idea, but we would have to walk around a lot. And so far, I think we've only found 2 bodies. 3?
Guys, it's alright, Icareth's got it. He's just going to stand on every square and make dex saves if he gets it wrong. It's fine, he's got this.
I mean, good for him, because he did say that he figured it out or something.
Yeah.
Like a pattern.
we know that
he said that with so much confidence and he was so fucking wrong. It was great.
I know that, but there was a path through, and I'm pretty sure that that it went through around this way.
Okay, you can be pretty sure of whatever you want, but apparently you're pretty wrong as well.
Yes, apparently I am. So I will walk this way instead.
Nothing happens.
Hey, let's go
Making
another
progress.
circle.
Hey, I can put
Um,
another circle as Brutus. Just gonna been standing there the whole time. Like, the fuck, man?
Brutus isn't gonna fucking move. He's gonna stand
No,
there, wait.
it's clearly safe here because I walked past it and nothing happened. It's just Brutus. Like, the fuck am I?
I will
Cannon fodder.
walk this
Have
way.
we got racist traps now?
Hey, Vox, you're not gonna say?
Dex save.
Goddamn right. Hey, you don't take 1d6 slashing damage this time.
Brutus is gonna try his luck.
Brutus is fine.
Right? Brutus is gonna try his luck.
All is good in the hood.
Alright. Brutus is going to try his luck.
It is Oguchi.
Brutus will look at Itchy and go, what is difficult about this? You take the next step. Watch him trigger a trap immediately.
Fucking hard choice, am I right, guys? Fucking hard choice.
Can I like put one foot down and then like take it back immediately so that if it triggers a trap that I'm still not there, that I will not be hit?
Foot's still there. This isn't the hokey cokey. You don't put your left foot in, left foot out. Like,
I see it more as like that Squid Game thing with the glass panels.
nothing happens.
Fucking hell.
Last verse, same as the first.
Alright, well, Brutus will yell out, I think we got a safe path. And follow Itchy.
And I'm pretty sure these 8 here on this side have all been tried, which means these are all fine. And then the unseen servant can
Fucking hell.
help me pick out the stones to clean this area up.
Brutus will ask you, weren't you specifically told not to do this? And second, didn't you say that you figured this out, and yet here we are, like 10 hours later, at
When
the
did I
very
say
same position
figured
that we
it
left
out?
you? A long time ago, I believe.
I don't think so.
Okay, well maybe you didn't figure it out, but right now it's 10 hours later, and we're sitting in the same spot we left you in so that you can work this out.
Well, this time it'll be faster because you're here.
That's not
And
the
yes,
point.
I was told not to go through here, but there's not much other places to go where we can potentially find the creature that locked up our blue friend here.
So, where the fuck were you going then? How did you appear on the other side?
I went through the hidden door over there that is now...
Oh, okay, you went like that, I believe.
As you stand here, no further for it than when you were last time. You can close that door and set up the piss-stained alarm. Yep. Let's fuck shit up next week.